Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all ready to kick off a weekend nice and fine with Trails in the Sky the 3rd. See that Fontano's already here? And yes, we are going to be doing a whole bunch of the doors today. That is the plan, that is the intent, and therefore that is what we shall do. So last time we ended, I believe, right in front of the next door I was going to do. Because I was smart like that. 3 doors down. Yeah, so I believe that... Whoa, am I in front of? I think I'm in front of... the last of the minigame doors. The darkness is lit by Septium's light, and that light shall act as a guide to all who have lost their way. Present for me all of the mystical gems that contain that light, only then shall the door open. But how are you doing today, Fontana? Hope you're doing well. Wait. See, I could have sworn last time I played, I was able to go through. Wait, what? Is it because I have Zin in my party instead of whoever the hell I had in my party then? Maybe I need... Yeah, because wasn't my suspicion have one of each of, like, the final gems in the party at the end? So let's see if that's it. Great start. Already, you know, on a great check. Thought I could go through the door, I could not. Okay, so for whatever reason, Chloe worked, but Zin didn't. All level 5 courses. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. I'm glad that I realized it, but would have been embarrassing. Cause like I was like, I know I had the option. Like they gave me the option when I found the door to go in. Have fun? Okay. This is, something. Great. Confidence building. I shall guarantee you a memory fragment and my blessing. Yeah, because this is the last mini-game door. So we've done, sky shooting. We've done fishing. We've done the arena. We've done, was I not able to do one of the mini-games? Or have I done it already? Oh, we did the gambling ones, the poker and blackjack ones, and now there's the last one. Hey, how have you been? Sup, Campanella, how's it going? It's me. You remember me, right? Thanks for coming all this way to see me. I hope we both have enough fun to make it worth your while. What? What am I even doing here? You didn't really ask me that, did you? Now. A boy's gotta have his secrets. Anyway, let's move on to more important matters, shall we? I've got something really fun in store for you today. It's called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Oh, great. Fun fact, completing the Arena Nightmare mode with Annalise in the party with Geno equipped upgrades Geno. Yeah, I saw that. What's Geno? Is that just like the final weapon or something? Or... In case you didn't already realize, this is a game full of fun pop questions to see how well you know your trails. Ready to give it a go? You are, right? Oh, God. Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go and get changed. I won't keep you waiting too long, okay? Geno's the weapon that Annalise gets for defeating Richard in the door down in the... Okay. So I'll be getting that tonight, probably. Okay, was not expecting this. Once again, great art. So we got a sheep, Estelle holding up a palm, and we got Salt Boy over there. Rules. Each round contains 10 multiple choice questions. Fight that sheep. Choose the right answer for each of them within the allotted time to win. But they're multiple choice, so I might be able to get them right. Choose the wrong answer or running out of time on a question will darken one of the circles at the top of the screen. When all 3 of them turn gray, you will lose the round. Okay. Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready. Question. Which 10 chicks is soon? Oh, fuck. Cornelia. Nope. Sephiroth. Are you even trying? Question. What's the name of the vast area of woodland in the southeastern part of the Roland region? Mistwald. Yup. Knew that one. Wald is the German word for forest, incidentally. And mist? Well, surely they don't need me to tell you what that means. Question 3. What's the name of the black-haired darling Joshua's most played harmonica song? The Whereabouts of Light. Yup. It used to be a really popular song over in Arabonia a long time ago, you know. What's the name of the now-deceased father of Kilika, the woman in charge of Zeiss's, Ryuga? That's Japanese sounding as shit. That's certainly a cool sounding name, isn't it? Was it depicted on the emblem of the Arabonian Empire? Golden Stallion, right? See, that one's, I feel like a trick question coming from my brain, because Thor's is the horned lion, but Erebonia is the stallion. Because, you. It's a pretty fitting symbol given how serious their military is known to be. This music. What's the name of harmonica playing heartthrob, Joshua's blood-related sister? Karen. Yeah, there we go. That one! That's a gimmick. When Joshua dresses up as a girl, he looks just like her, too. Okay. What's the color of cuteness of justice advocate on his hair ribbon? It's yellow. Yes, I remember that. She's just one girl you never want to change, isn't she? Adorable. Simply adorable. What branch of the Brazier cuteness maniac Annalise attached to? Fuck. Bose. Yes! Oh, look at me. Guessed that. Incidentally, Lugren, the old man in charge of the Bose branch, once manned the front desk over at the Grand Cell branch instead. 9. Okay. What's the name of the Bracer Guild training facility located in Lamont State? Le Local! Knew that. Lamont State's famous for an awful lot of things. It's where the Epstein Foundation operates out of, too. By the name of a red-haired young bracer, Agate, otherwise known, Heavy Blade. Injury Magnet might be a better name for him, saying how often he finds himself knocked out of action, though. Yes, did it. Minigame Madness. What's that? Is that do all the minigame thing? Complete all minigames on any difficulty. That's what I'm talking about. You did it. You're amazing. Wow, you actually managed to get every question right. That's false. I got 9 of them right. Well done. Oh, wow. Okay, so they give you Mira for how well you do. That is... How do you get 400,000? Is it like, I guarantee that has to be on higher difficulties, right? Like, that's the only way. Yeah, you did it. I knew you could. Well, I've had plenty of fun for today, so I think I'll go do my own thing now. If you ever feel like another round, though, you know where to find me. Bye-bye for now. So it said normal on the front screen, so I'm presuming there's a other thing. Complete all sun doors. Sunny days. Oh fuck. I'm not sure if anyone watched what is it? Hitman Reborn. That anime, I read that manga. But I'm pretty sure, like, the 3rd or 4th opening of the anime is also, like, Sunny Day. I think that's what, like, the name is of the opening is called. I remember I really like that opening. In fact, each rank has 30 questions, making this quiz impossible to look up without pausing the game. We've talked about that. Oh, really? Okay. Sunny day, sunny. I use 10 mere Septium bullets. Septium bullets. Okay, I learned. You can now play hard. You can select specifically after entering Sun Door and decide whether or not to play another round. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for it. Might as well, right? Gotta prove my Trails knowledge, which is honestly pretty alright. I think I only guessed... I guessed on one of the questions, got it right, the Bose branch one, and I guessed wrong on the Tetrasilic Tower one. So I'm doing pretty good. The 7th opening was Sunny, Funny Sunny Day by SOU. Oh, damn that. See, that's an anime that I feel like I would like to see the final arc animated, like get the Bleach treatment. Well, you came back to see me again, didn't you? Well, aren't you just a doll? So would you like to play another round? Yes, on hard. Very nice, I was hoping you'd say that. Well, if you excuse me, I better go and get changed. Wouldn't want to keep you waiting too long. Start. Okay. And LMC did 2 of the openings. Nice. What the fuck? Why is he dressed as a fucking, like, grade schooler? A Shogakuse student. I guess Shogakuse is elementary school student. Wait, is it? Yeah. Sei means student. Shogakuen? Could that be? Shogaku? Yeah, whatever. Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready. He's even got knee bandage. He does. What's the number, or where's that? Fuck. 7. Damn it. 6. I was 1 off. No blindly guessing now. I wouldn't say blindly. What was the name of the new model orbital engine developed after fuck you. Damn it, O2. That's so. What color is the international airship? The Gretna that connects. What color? Green, blue. Fuck. Okay. Wow, that's hard. Oh, poo. Looks like you're out of the game. Already that. I'm bad at colors. That too bad? Would you like to do? Yeah, give me another shot. Come on. Start. Okay, hope you're ready. What's the name of the current president of Calvert? Rocksmith. That's mean. Put Rooksmith. What an asshole. Guess that means somewhere down the line his ancestors must have been stonemasons of some kind. What was the name of the new model orbital? Yep, remembered it. Didn't even need to wait. Okay, there's also a model engine used in the Formal Intelligence Division, guys. Tanks too. Who has the most dubious time being rejected by Will Marisha and grandson and the Anton! Trails Protag Anton! How many more failures is the poor guy gonna have to go through before he finds someone? I don't know how many failures he goes through in Crossbell, but you know, he doesn't have to go through any more after that. What's the number of Ouroboros in front of Blue Blanc? I think he's 9. Damn, he's 10. Fuck. Who else but Anton? Are you even yes, I am trying, you dick. What's the number? Walter. Fucking tits. 8. Yes. The 8th major arcana is strength. It fits him very well, doesn't it? Wait, are they based out? Wait. Are there enforcer numbers based on the arcana? Or is that just like a happenstance thing right there? Yes? God damn it. What's the name of the wife of General Morgan? What? Katrina. That seemed like the wife of a military guy named. Incidentally, the family's residence is in the west block of Cranston City. Did you not know this? Campanella, the fool. You know what? Now that it is brought to my attention, it makes a lot of sense. See, the thing is, Campanella the Fool would make sense, but then they do all the other enforcers and call them, like, the Dire Wolf, or the fucking, the Severing Chains and other shit. Like, they don't use the card number. I would say, like, yeah, enforcer number, whatever, strength. So it's like, you know, it doesn't come to my forefront with anything other than the Fool. Okay. When in the bay in southwest part of Rouen region, Azalea. Yeah, there we go. McBurn the Magician, Leon the High Priestess, I don't know, Luciola the Lover. Right, like, it doesn't, like, some of them don't, I mean, I guess Luciola the Lovers kind of makes sense because she did what she did because she loved the guy, but whatever. But, like, some of them, they're stretching a little bit. Walter Strength, yeah. Sharon Hermit, okay, I guess because she, you know, does her thing. Blue Blanc Fortune. Yeah. Joshua Death, Ren Devil, okay. Shirley Star, that one might, I think that one might be a stretch. If you want to fish in a sea in the second chapter, this is your one and only choice. What's the number of Ouroboros in Ren, the Angel of Slaughter? I believe she is 16. No, she's 15. Fuck. See, that one I was gonna go with either 16 or 14. I didn't think she was straight 15. Yeah, that one's unfortunate. Okay, 9. Which of the following is a real recipe featured in the series? Fattening bone. Damn it! It's rustic bone. Frick. Bitch! Okay, I got close. I think I can do it next time. We just gotta hope for some repeats. Excuse me, but I'm gonna get changed and hope that I remembered what I needed to remember from those. Okay, what are we looking at? Number or Bewitching Bell. Fuck, what was it? 7. Damn it, 6! I guessed 7 last time too. I got repeat. Genesis Academy. She is a social studies major. Yes. Is any science and math isn't a course available at the academy? Yeah. Which the following is a real recipe to rustic bone. Get out of here. Was the name of the elder two twins working in Adel Market? Laddie, mid kitty, fucking bitch. Was the name of the current president? Rocksmith. Yeah. What was the name of the orbital tank developed by the intelligence division? The Orgale. Yes. Apparently Orgale means pride in French. I wonder if that's where they took the name from. What was the name of the daughter of... Wait, daughter Katrina. No, the wife was Katrina. Daughter... God damn it. Okay. You tricked me. You made it... They took two questions and changed a little bit and messed it. And they even made it worse by randomizing the order of the answers. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't surprised by the randomizing of the order, but, yeah. Okay. Name of Ouroboros what, god damn it, he was 13, yes. Organization 13. There's a number of Ouroboros, Enforcer, Blue Blanc, 9. Damn it, he was 10. Shit. How many monks has Liberal had? 26. Straight guess, I'm glad that it was that. There's a cause Cecilia, trans people around green. Okay. One of the airships was green. Just not the one that connects Liberal in Calvert. That one's blue. There's a number of 6. Yup. Third time's the charm. There's the name of the wife, Katrina. There we go. Who has the dubious army rejected by Anton? Yep. There's the following real recipe, rustic bone. There's a color international, blue. There's the color bandana he always wears is red. No, it's green. Fuck, whatever. I win. I did it. You did it. You're amazing. You managed to get every question right. That is false. I got an 80. That is what I got. Okay, look at that. Whoa, yay, I did it. Please tell me there's not a nightmare. You did, I knew you could. I've had plenty of fun, so I think I'd go do my own thing. If you ever feel like another round there, you know where to find me. Bye-bye for now. Sad story, Confidence quiz game finished. Time for Brutal. Are you serious? Enigmatic Stew. Oh god, it ain't even do Nightmare, they just called it Brutal? Oh, you bastards. You sons of brittles. Okay, so let's friggin' save after all that. Okay, path has already been opened. Open the door, time to go for Brutal! Oh god, it's gonna be like, how many stones are on this trail going south? I'd be like, oh, you bastard. Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Excuse me, I better go and get changed. I won't keep you waiting too long, okay? What are you dressed up as now? Oh, okay. Interesting. Took her from Calvert. Hope you get ready. Let's go. Which of these is the beginning of the description for the Orbital Art of Death? Piercing Cry. Yep. Yeah, this art's quite the strong one, too. It is. That scream is awesome. What are the name of two soldiers who fight you in the first game? Prologue, Ethan and Antos. God damn it, I was thinking of Harold and Scott, too. God damn it. This is the name of Key Talk for Dummies book. What does nya mean? Expression of delight. Yes. Yeah, if you got the last question, I'm sure you know what this means, right? Ugh, fucking asshole. The yin yang course combines the effects of haze and heal. Yes, it does. Good. God damn. It's quite the usable course to have set when you're on the move. Yep. How many different types of monster ingredients are there in total? 14. Yes, okay, guess that. I was thinking of 13, but I was already on 3. I took... Thank you, Adios, you gave me that one. Monster ingredients really aren't the easiest to use in cooking well, are they? Weissman's described quote begins with, can you feel, but what does he say after that? The despair. Yeah, because that's edgelord as shit, and wonderful for final bosses. Weissman's voice is weirdly sexy, isn't it? Not the question I would think of. How many total chapters of Carnelia are there in total? 13. Damn it, 11. Shit. Okay. This question relates to the second chapter. How many fishing spots are there total in Liberal? 26. 32. God damn it. Okay. I did all right for first attempt on Brutal. Much better than hard, where I literally went 3 questions in and got them all wrong. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Buddy Bison's a smart boy. You can do it. As that scrap begins, can you feel it? The despair. Yep. Boom. What's the name of the river that flows between Roland and Bose? Lenhart? God. The other one's just, yeah, whatever. River cat carries water to Valerian Lake. First game kid, nya 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 means, nya nya, goodbye. God damn it. That was an expression of delight. I thought that was nya nya. Oh, wait, shit, you're right. God damn. I thought they had 2 cat questions. What are the names of the 2 soldiers that first game prologue? It was Scott and Ethan. No, it's Harold and Scott. God damn it. So Scott's one of them. How many chapters of the Dull Night are there in total? Fuck, 20. 22. God damn it. Well, we're learning. We're learning. They do. There's just the first one again. Yep. Yes. Yeah, I can do it. I really wish they just asked you retry from, like, the failure menu instead of that. What's the name of the river that flows? Lenhart. Okay. How many volumes of Gambler Jack? 12. 14. Shit! These book questions. How many different types of monsters? 14. And the name of the first 2 soldiers? Harold and Scott. Got it. 3rd time's the charm. How many different Imperial cuisine the head chef at Grants said to be able to make? Over 1,000. Yeah, because 10,000 is far too many. I don't think there's that many dishes in our opinion. Union course, Hayes and Heel. Yep. Okay. First K tag nya. What nya means, I'm hungry. These nails are bothering. So there are 2 cat questions. I just got the same one last time as the first one. Fuck. Which is the following correct description for Shadow Spear art. Sword that will spear that. Wait, a blade? It doesn't call it spear. Fuck. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, we're learning. We're learning today. Brutal is not so brutal as it is annoying. I'm so mad right now. Hi, so mad right now. I'm Buddy Bison.
Yay! That turned out great.
There we go. That was a great joke. Which of the following is not the name of an item in the first game? Work hat. Yeah, there's no hats. Still haven't gotten one of the 2 questions I've been waiting for. Great. Voice with S-Crab, can you feel it? The despair. Yeah, can you feel me, Mr. Krabs? Quartz Heaven's Eye combines Eagle Eye information. Yeah, that's it. I knew I had Eagle Eye in it. Which is the beginning, Death Scream, Piercing Cry. Yep. With a combination to open road. Oh, fucking bitch! What the hell are you? Like, what the hell is that? Here's the following: Krebska, a blade. Yeah, bitch. Here's the following pair, not a couple. What? Anton. Yeah. Which of the following aren't a couple? Anton is not a couple. Actually, they're very good odds of finding partners. Yeah. How many chapters? Cornelia, 13. 11. What does nya mean? The nails are bothering me. Yes. With WR, can't believe you can't remember the combo. Yeah, fucking. During chat, which of the following was stolen from the Eisenritter medal? God damn it! It was the, why would I choose that? Of course it's the Grand Cordon, because the Grand Cordon is the thing like they get. Eisenritter's medal doesn't even make sense. Fuck! Damn it. Idiot. You get the Grand Cordon in fucking Cold Steel. God damn it. Shit. Fuck. It's too bad. Like, yeah, I want to get another shot. Whatever. Come on, let's get back in here. Let's get started. Hope you're ready. The nickname of Dean, the Green Air member of the Raven Gang. The fucking Spinach Fiend. When is that? Has to be from what? Some random person. People who say eating spinach gives you strength, but I suppose it makes sense. What the shit? The following is the second chapter. How many fishing spots are there? 32. How'd you know? I didn't. I just figured Spinach Devil was the most intimidating. Quite a lot when you think about it. What's the name of the quartz that makes enemies more likely to notice you? Sense. Yep. What was the name of the late husband of Matron Teresa? It was, Joseph. Yep, I remember that. What's the name of the river that flows between Lenhart? Yep. Okay, good, good, good. There are a large number of palm enemies, but how many varieties are there in total? 3. 5. There are 5? Really? Palm varieties? There's OG palm, there's shining palm. There's... how many palm? Are there like blue palms? Or, well, oh wait, no, it's regular palm, like small group of palms, shining, so that's 3 already. So that must mean there are 2 others, maybe like a dark, I don't fucking know, man. How many chapters of Carnelia total? God damn it, that's the 11 one. Damn it, fuck. Which, what? Damn it. Oh, God, okay, so she was born August 6th. Orbital compatibility tester says what date Estelle was born. What date was that? There it is. I didn't even know there was an orbital compatibility tester. Or if I do, I don't remember it. Did you not do that? Maybe? I don't know. Why can you feel the agony? God damn it, it was despair. Why did I do that? I've chosen despair every time. Ah! Large number of different palm 5. Okay, made up for it. Doing chapter 5, which of the flying grain cordon. There we go. What's the name of the course that makes enemies more likely than us? Scent. There we go. What's the name of the lay husband? Joseph. What is the river that flows through Lenhart? Wait, what? Wait, what? Are you... okay, not the name of an item in 2nd chapter. Yeah, you can't get full costume. How many different types of monster? 14. Also palms, violet palms, mint palms, pumpkin palms, and shining. Oh, okay. Well, didn't really. How many total gambler jack? 13. God damn it! You whore! You whore! You whore! You're a whore! You whore! Okay. Well, see, the river question, friggin', I didn't know that there were 2 different river questions. I thought it was literally the one river question, which is why I went down to it. But no, I guess it's Rubine sometimes. Let's get started then, shall we? Hope you're ready. Orbital compatibility, August 7th. Yes, that was the one. It was, I thought it was August 6th, but I guess 6th isn't an option, so 7th. August 7th. And then 2 soldiers, Harold and Scott. There we go. 1 rolling bows, 2 through on. Ah, okay. Combination of road, milkman, and the quest given to you. Wait, what the fuck? It was that one. Yes. Oh, compatibility. Because Joshua was born. What the f... damn it! We're through Ruan, Rubine. Okay, the tribute from Impulse answer. Yeah, bitch, they do. You're not a bitch, but these questions are Heaven's Eye. It's, Eon information. Okay. Which of the following pairs are not a couple? Anton. that one's the gimme. It's like, hey, remember last time when they said Anton was rejected by everyone? Is he a couple? No. There's a shadow of Dull Knight was Blue Bonk, 2nd card hidden inside. What the flip are you? 13, 15. You asshole. Okay. A large number of different palm. 5. Okay, come on. How many different types of monster? 14! Yes, we did it! Good, awesome, fantastic, immaculate. 100% did it. I did it. Time for Mania. Are you flippin' serious? You have to be joking with me. I wasn't going to be able to beat this one. You really do know your trails. Well, I've had plenty of fun for today. Da-da-da. You know where to find me. Bye-bye for now. Side start canvas. Good. Nope. Swiftness. Congrats, you can have Maniac. Why is this the one with 3 difficulty levels? Oh yeah, and I never did hard for the fucking shooting minigame either, but I don't want to do that one. Does that one have more than hard? Or wait, no, that one just had easy and normal, didn't it? Did it have a hard? Oh god, okay, you know what? I want to check out what freaking swiftness does before I go back in. So what's swiftness do? 8 and 4. Battles become advanced. Wait, what? Just straight up? That's awesome. And that's 8 wind, 4 space. Is there anyone that I use that could use that? Yeah, I can't mess with you. So if I were going to change on someone, chances are I would want to change it on her. Right, because like her agility might go down, but I'm not trying to dodge with her very much. I think I mostly just have evade 4 on because I had evade on anyway. And so long as I have... That gives 8, so I mean I'm not losing any courts here. So now if all my encounters become advantage encounters, that's a lot better. Let's just go run to this guy's front. Yeah, preemptive attack. Awesome. That's great. That's actually pretty flippin' swell, my man. Like we take those. Cause that'll make it so I'd never have to really worry about it. It makes me wonder if, even if they run into my derriere, if it makes, even if it would be a disadvantage encounter, if it makes an advantage. Okay, so let's go with Maniac! I was really glad that I was done, and then I wasn't done, because they added this. Okay, where are you gonna be dressed up as now, dude? Probably not. Swiftness is probably like emblem. Okay, what the fuck is that? And why is that like a worse resolution than the other costumes? Get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready. And why is like your face art different? What is the name of Ren's Ren? Wait, what's the origin? Rend, and end. Yeah, God, I had to take a moment to comprehend what the question even meant. Oh, nice name, isn't it? But you didn't even realize it was totally made up. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. What's the name of the regular battle theme in Street Fight? Strepitoso Fight. Okay, Strepitoso Fight. How many different loading screen animations are there in all of 3rd? How many characters are there in all of 3rd? 16, yes. Well, for each member of the party, what's my favorite animation you ask? The Colonel drawing his blade, I suppose. What's the name of the vocal track that plays out during the credits of 1st chapter? Whereabouts the Light? Yup, bitch! I know that one. Everyone likes it. This also happens to be the song Joshua plays on his harmonica so very well. Yep. Which of the following is the true identity of... wait, what? Amorous Con Artist X? What the fuck is that? Got a lot in common with everyone's favorite prince, but their background and upbringing couldn't be more different. Wait, what was the question? I forget, like, what? I can't even comprehend the question. What are the first 2 words of the 2nd chapter opening vocal Silver Will? Aoi Sora... yeah, it's Aoi Toki? It's blue something? I don't know what Toki means. Toki, is that time? Well, Toki Doki is sometimes. Toki is... I think Tokie is watch. There's probably blue times. There's a tabloid that hypothesized that was the most probable identity. Blue point. Okay. Okay. I was hoping it's Aoi Sora because Sora means sky, but nope. Fucking get out of here. What is the name of the continent on which the trail series takes place? Samaria? Africa is in East. Eresia, I don't know. Atlas. Yeah. What's the name of Final Dungeon theme? Brilliant Light of the Dark Land, Hollow Light of the Sealed Land. Oh god, okay, I got pretty far. This is supposed to be the last door, like the last. Well, you know, get out of here. It's gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of the first doors I do in terms of the grand scheme of things, because I got a whole lot after this. I've been doing quiz show for 40 minutes, or for 35. Okay, come on. One arch. How many equivalent? 1 meter? Yeah, 1 arch. For Evans, I say that's 42 arch length. The glorious is stunning 250. The name of Pedro's master and the Doll Knight who can control the Black Priest. Harlequin? Caffrey. Okay. What's the maximum level party member? 149. Okay. What's the name of the regular? Sophisticated fight? Okay, cool. Figured you should probably have fight in the name. I've told you this. How many different loading screens are there in it? Yeah, 16, 1 for each party member. What's the name of vocal track that plays during Fireblast Light? Yup. What's the name of the regular battle theme of second chapter? Strepitoso fight. What's the maximum mirror you can have at once? Yeah, okay. That one was going from like a game thing. I was like, okay. These games are older, so they probably have a maximum of like the 9s. Like the 9s is probably where it is. So then I had to be like, okay. Like, because I was like, okay, there's an achievement for getting 1 million, I believe, or something in one of the games. So I was like, okay, chances are it doesn't go to 999 million, because that's Disgaea level. That's crazy. But I was like, 99 million, like right up there, almost to the 100 million made sense to me. Friends have big pockets to be able to carry around this much mirror. One of these is not part of the lyrics of Amber Amour. And the cruel sun mocks my pain. Yep. How many different loading screens are in all first chapter? Oh, you asshole. Hey, damn it was 9. The last question. The last question. Oh, no, you bastard. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was oh so close. Oh. Oh, you fucking asshole. One Rege. Wait, that's 1 Rege. Okay, I had to think, what is a centimeter to a meter? It's the unit show the size of the fish you catch in the second chapter. There's the non-nickname used by the protagonist. Rooney. It's Micked. No, because that's his actual name. Yeah. There's the origin, rend and end. Yes. The first 2 words, opening, Aoi, Toki. Yes. Aoi, Toki. There's the following is true identity of amorous con artist X. Yep. Okay. There's the name of the Trail Series currency. Mirror. Okay, Mirror gone up. This typically pays out fairly well, but Mirror isn't free. You have to earn it. There's the maximum playtime that can be displayed on the camp menu. Okay, you can only go up to 300 hours. 1 Arge is 1 meter. Okay. The maximum party level can reach in second chapter? 99. Yeah. By the way, my level is top secret. You didn't think I'd tell you, did you? That's the name of Pedro's master, Capri. There we go! There we go! Got that on my PSP version? Nice. Yeah, you're amazing. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Great. We did it! There's not even an achievement for it. You maniac, pun absolutely intended. Well, that's all I've got. Lots of fun hanging out with you. Feel free to swing by again anytime. I'm always up for brushing up on my trails. Ta-ta, babe. Oh, God. Okay, so I feel like Maniac was not... Oh, there we go. You know too much. There we go. Complete Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Maniac mode, you bastard. Received rank 8. Time gem. What is that? What is the time gem? Give me the time gem. Strength minus 20%, defense minus 20%, ATS minus 20%, but cast 3. What? It drops ATS! I mean, I want to use it, but it drops the thing that makes cast strong. Do you not use that in second chapter? I don't think I got it in second chapter. I mean, like, because, right, I have this on. And like, if anything, it should go on him, because I want him to be the castiest one, but I mean... Ugh, God. Like, the thing is, like, I don't want his ATS to go down. But out of everyone, he's the one who I have put the most ATS boosting items on. It is used for Kevin Walsh. So in the second time, you need to do all the dimensional fights on the tower, then target a certain revenue during chapter 8. Okay, interesting. Probably didn't do it. Okay, so, well, at least now Kevin's gonna cast really fast, like a badass. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, look at that. Friggin' Shadow Spear immediately. Of course I did it on the one that reflects. But whatever. Doesn't matter. Just want to check that out. Okay. So that is all of the sun doors, so that's good. And if I remember right, they said the moon doors are usually the longer ones, right? But yeah, you just use Kevin for Earthwall during the final fight. Time to makes him do it in like one turn. Yeah, okay, nice. So that's gonna be a really great strat. Okay, so do I want to do the star doors first, or do I want to do the moon doors first? Because if I'm going to be, like, I have a feeling these are going to take me a while, so I should probably do the moon doors first. So, I've already done 1, I've already done 3. I need Shara. Okay. Moon 2 has combat. Okay, so what we're going to do is swap out her. Where's Shara? There's Shara. Okay. And you know what? Let's go down to the 6th plane. Let's go to the hangar. Let's just get a couple fights in. Yeah. So so long as they touch me, it's a preemptive attack on my end. That's amazing. Holy crap, his cast speed is awesome. Okay, up to level 2 or 112. And the wonderful part about it now is every fight is going to be okay. Every fight is going to be a preemptive, so I don't even need to worry about it. Like, this is gonna make the grind so much better. Boom. Okay, 7 whip 3. So she only needs about 1,000 more. Oh, why'd I do that? I did on the one that... Whatever. What? I keep messing up the input.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Very minimal, okay. So... I not have any res. Stella, Stella Res. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, Bison. I learned that Out of Bounds and Shrines took an hour or so, but it's nice. Out of Bounds and the Shrines. Not exactly sure. Are you talking about the shrines in Cold Steel or somewhere else? I didn't even know that there was Out of Bounds in the shrines. I remember seeing someone posting in the Discord about Out of Bounds stuff, but I wasn't sure if it was how useful it was. Because if I remember, like the last message I remember seeing pertaining to the Out of Bounds was like you still had to activate the door with everyone. Like you couldn't like skip that. You still had to bring Emma and stuff. Like how much time does the Out of Bounds take? But oh yeah, I also remember it was in PS4, wasn't it? Like it wasn't on PC that it could be done, or at least I think I remember that was some of the conversation going on. I think that's probably why I didn't try and set it to memory. Yeah, those videos and sure got me looking at. It's a little finicky, but it works on PlayStation. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's not gonna work for me. How much? About how much time does it cut out? Like I imagine it probably cuts out like a bit. Like if you're able to activate all like the small skips. Okay, so I'm presuming her door was meant to be done when I, had access to her early enough. I'm going to presume that she should be all set with, like, these parameters. Go give her... I did Aqua in 130, but it wasn't first try, but that also doesn't count the boss fight, but it's New Game Plus, who cares? Yeah, boss fights don't matter in New Game Plus, because they go by so fast. I'll just give you Mirage Ring Plus, and then... that works too. Okay. There we go. Bring to me the dancer with silver locks. Only then shall the door open. We didn't have a skip for Terra, but it's straightforward enough. I mean, also I feel like an Out of Bounds would be hard for Terra because it's one of the few that you're ascending. Whereas the others are all kind of like at level to a degree. I think it's because Out of Bounds has the dropping plane, so vertical kind of doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, out of all the shrines, I feel like I feel like maybe Terra 1 might have use for Out of Bounds if you could get to the door faster without having to go find all the levers, but Terra 2 wouldn't help all that much, I don't think. Aqua, it's weird that the door doesn't work at the bottom from Out of Bounds. Yeah, I would imagine the door for whatever is dependent on the water as well. So you have to clip back in on the ladder. Ah, okay. I shall grant you a memory fragment of my blessing. Okay, so here's hoping my level carries over. Year 1202 of the Septian calendar. Roland. Charizard. Hmm? Oh yeah, Terra 1 is actually the most confusing for me. Oh yeah, Terra 1, it has so many twists and turns in it. And like, it's all tiny hallways and stuff. It sucks. I feel like at a point it has to be muscle memory because the minimap, as I've always lamented, is so freaking tiny. So it doesn't even help you. Hmm? Huh? Where am I? You feeling alright? Sure you haven't had too much to drink? Boy, that dream really brought back memories. Hard to believe I was once that young. I see you've gotten yourself nice and plastered. You might want to watch what you're saying, though. You're still young, but no one will believe it if you start talking like that. She's right, Shara. I... Wow, I thought you'd be out for a while longer, Olivier. Let me pour you another glass, then. Never heard of alcohol poisoning. Please. Mercy. So we're having a memory where we're remembering a memory. You can be such a monster. Faulkner, bring Olivier another bottle over. Unintelligible gibberish. Looks like Faulkner's gone and left early again. Fine, I guess I have to go get the bottle myself. If I'm getting out of my seat, I'm getting the strongest thing in the house. Jesus Christ. I spy some brandy! Charizard, he's literally only just gotten up. At least start him off with some fruit wine before you start bringing out the big guns. You can have both. Problem solved. Spare me, I'll die. By the way, Aina. You know you have a drinking problem when the bartender leaves before you do, yeah, right? You remember when we first met? How much did you down again? Down? Down what? Booze! We're talking booze, baby! Charizard began pouring alcohol onto Olivier's head. I like how its color changes. That should go in his mouth, Charizard. You sure? Oh, silly me. Oh. Just Olivier, like the fact that Olivier's not dead from alcohol poisoning instead of a monster is more insane than anything. 5 years ago. Okay, so, damn, wow, going memory to flashback even further. Hey, look, she even like looks younger. Making deliveries in a city this big sure isn't easy. Okay, where's next? Urbe Royal Villa? No way, I have to go all the way there? Ugh, this is why I hate cities. This is the story of Junior Bracer Charizard. Okay. Run! Hey Bracer, I'm there on a job again! Thanks for the help. You're a lot stronger than you look, young lady. You wouldn't have any interest in working for us, would you? You'd be more than welcome. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Really gotta go too. See ya! Excuse me. Look at her, she's even more curls in her hair. More waves. Grand Cell City, 1197. 5 years had passed since the 100 Days' War came to an end. The scars it left were slowly healing, and life was returning to Liberal. People gathered in the cities and towns that had returned to their former states, and the revived Orbit trade brought the kingdom prosperity. Peace was becoming normal once again. Not all that was happening in Liberal at the time was so positive, however. This was also a period in which corruption was rife in the military. Many of the Army's officers at the time cared for nothing but lining their own pockets or gaining power and prestige. Between the development of oral technology and booming prosperity, much was forgotten. And somehow corruption was weeded out. Bullshit. Is there no one here? If you have a request, please write it on one of the forms to the right and place it in this box. Bracer Guild, Grand Cell Branch. Checking everyone. It looks like it. I wonder if they'd mind if I use their phone. I'm pooped. She already ran all the way to Urbe Royal Villa and back. I feel more like a slave than a bracer with all this menial work getting dumped on me. Oh, hello. Are you here to lodge a request? Yes, that's right. Might I ask your name? I'm Charizard Harvey, a bracer. I'm still a junior one, but I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry about that. Oh my, really? You look so young that I had no idea you were an actual bracer. My name is Anna. It's a pleasure to meet you. So what's the request you want to make? I don't have all day to stand around chatting. There's only 2 braces at this branch right now, so we're very busy. If you can make it quick, I'd appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were. Did you not hear me? Or do you need me to explain to you what the word quick means? Oh, My apologies. Well, you see, it's my first time visiting the city. Thought it might be wise to come here and request that someone give me a tour of the main sites and such. The size of the capital is rather daunting, as I'm sure you can imagine. With a bracer who knows their way around at my side, I'd be able to enjoy all that Grandsale has to offer without fearing getting lost. You've got to be kidding. Please tell me you didn't actually come here for such a worthless request. Okay. This is not the Bracer spirit, Shera! A Bracer takes any request from any citizen. That's not what your teacher taught you. You fool. You need to embrace the Bracer spirit. Pardon? You seem to be misconstruing what Bracers are actually here for. We're not community volunteers or whatever. We have a serious profession and do serious work. We're also very busy, as I said earlier, so I'm going to have to ask you to look elsewhere if you want a buddy for your sightseeing trip. I wasn't trying to... Or hell, just go and look around on your own. Getting lost is probably part of the experience anyway. Has this one lived in a box all her life? Typical rich girl. Besides, I need to focus on doing major jobs so I can get my letter of recommendation from this branch and get promoted to senior bracer. Ooh, okay, see? That's not the spirit! You need to... You can't just think about high-profile jobs! Come on, Sherry, you're better than that! Or you will be better than that. If you find something serious you need help with, by all means come back. Until then, get going. Looks like this isn't gonna work. I really am sorry for troubling you, but... Oh, who do we have here? Have you come to make a request, perchance? Pardon us for not properly manning the front desk. That's currently my job, but I'm undertaking other work at the same time. Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'd pay her no mind if I were you. She's a waste of time. Seems to have gotten into her head that braces are friends for hire. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get out of your hair now. Please don't leave just yet. Scheherazade? Huh? What is it? Do what she wants. Helping people in need is the fundamental mission of us bracers. You've got no reason not to help. What? But we're busy here! I don't have time to be playing tour guide! I've got more important things to do! Don't worry about the other requests on the board. I'll take care of those. You're even busier than I am. You're even our receptionist on top of it. You needn't worry about me. Besides, you're still a trainee, which means you still have much to learn. So go. Once you finish this request, I'll write you your letter of recommendation. What? Really? Are you sure? It seems like way too simple of a job to be awarding something like that for. I thought it was your policy to give 100% to all work you undertake. Well, it is, but... Then I'm counting on you with this job, too. Kirk can handle it, he'll just rain down lightning on everything. Lightning rain! Lightning rain! Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Take care, you two. Got it. I appreciate your assistance. You should hopefully do her good. What is up with today? From delivery girl to playing tour guide for some snooty silver spoon? It just gets worse. Man, this guy called Professor B. Oh, yeah? Professor B, I wonder what he does. That's not his actual name, though. So Xeno got weird again, yeah. I wonder if Blue Blanc transcends dimensions and game IPs. Is it that? It's his real name. Okay, great, lovely. That is weird. I do apologize. I really am putting you out with this request, aren't I? Let's just get started. That aloof manner of talking she has just makes me want to smash something. So, where do you want to go? Let's see. I suppose I should go and buy a few things in the ale department store just in case. Seems to be from millions of years in the future. Possibly humanity's evolution. Okay. In case? In case of what? It's in the east block of the city. Don't forget. Disappeared in a car that he turned into a time machine. Okay. Why would I? My blood pressure rising already. Status. Look at this. Oh, she's level 10, so all that grinding was absolutely pointless. And me equipping her was absolutely pointless. Okay. Oh, let's go to East Block. Oh, it's Anton! The sun's rays are warm, the clouds are white and fluffy, the breeze is gentle. Look, Ricky, it's the whole world is blessing us. Hooray for school life! There's some miracle of the universe, Anton actually ended up getting accepted into Genis. The same miracle I did too. I only took the exam because I had nothing better to do. You can only assume Adios is playing a prank on the two of us or something. But you knew by now that doors are memories. Why would current stats affect the past? That's very true. You know what? You're right. Aside from the arena. Yeah, the arena was what spoiled me. I was like, oh, the levels carry. Okay. So I just gotta get good, scrub. I like how the very first thing she wants to do is blow all her money. So, what are you planning to buy? Well, I could probably do with restocking on recovery items for one thing. What? Please, Adios, I just want this job to end. Hasn't Kurt read this book? Did he bring it here? These look really complicated, too. She is a rich girl. Got the men in black after her. The Scheherazade? What? You know, there's actually a really famous ice cream stall near here. Have you ever been there? Why would I have? I don't like sweet things. Well, I do, and I feel like having some ice cream right now. Let's go get some. I should make a fun chug, just chugging health potions. Glug, 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 glug. Wait a second. Negatory. Okay, so let's go to the ice cream stall. Hello. Ina bought 2 ice cream cones from the stall. Did your brain decide to selectively switch off when I said I don't like sweet things? Don't know if it would work in red, though. What color should I make the potion? Teal? Teal, blue... I don't know, maybe white? White's a pretty... I feel like you could find some, like, white healing potions. It'd be casually, not just glug, glug, glug. Your brain decided to select it? Yeah. You'll like this. Promise. It's really nice. That helps. That's not how it works. It's almost noon. That means I've only got 24 hours left. I'm running out of time. Okay, so it might be a bit risky, but... Hey. What? What are you spacing out for and ignoring me for? I was trying to ask you something. Sorry. What was it? You look angry. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? It's really obvious. So come on, out with it. Are you involved in something you can't even talk to me about? Well, it's just that. I realized I left something back at the hotel. As if anyone would buy that. Not gonna talk, huh? Well, fine. Be that way. Can we make our way back there so I can go and get it? Fine. Whatever. I'll come with you. At least until I get an idea of what you're really up to. Thank you. Well, shall we be going? Let's go through the south block. Fine. Okay, go through the south block. West. I believe the thing is in the west block, right? No, the right way? It doesn't in the north block, okay. Okay. Hotel Roenbaum. Roenbaum, yes. Wait a second. Isn't this the hotel? The building you've just walked right past? Well, yes, but... Grants Hill Castle looks really heavily guarded. I should have known. There's gotta be some way to get past. That way leads to Grancel Castle. You want to go and have a look around it? Yes, I suppose I do. But, are you ready for this, Bison? Yes, I am. Lay it on me. Looks like I've almost cracked her. Time to talk, young lady. I want to know exactly what I've been dragged all over the city for. Yeah, this job's such a pain. I'm gonna go and catch a breather outside. There she is! What? What's going on? You stay right where you are. Okay. Hint. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC HP reaches 0, the game is over. She has no arts. She has Self-and Whip and Bind Whip. Items. I have 3 tier bombs. Man in Black, gun. Okay, good. First time we are told this. Okay. Oh, the first time we're told to protect NPCs? Oh, wait, what the fuck, Ina? What the hell are you doing? Ina, why are you strong?
Oh, are you done already?
The fact that this is the first time in the entire game. Well, I guess because we haven't had any NPCs. Because in first chapter and second chapter, right, there were NPC escort quests that were mandatory for the story. So they would teach you that. But in this game, there's none of that. So there's no reason for them to teach you it. What the? That guy was no amateur. He was no amateur. Well, they haven't noticed anything has happened just yet by the looks of it. It's only going to be a matter of time, though. I need to do something. Look, you. It's time for you to start talking. Who is this guy? I want the army to notice anything amiss either. Are you listening to me? Shh, please be quiet. Well, at least now we know she's not on the hotel's guest list. Bah. Figure a rich girl like her would have to stay at a hotel, but I guess not. She's gonna have to start scouring the city. From top to bottom? There she is! Get her! No, don't shout! Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from over there. Good thing we didn't hear the battle go on. Here she is, this girl, the blonde girl. What's going on? Got some serious explaining to do, Missy. Well, let's start running. The hell? Wait! Run, it's the cops. Hide behind some boxes. Don't worry, we've got Turbo on our side. Yeah, right? And sneak. Good thing they're not spinning around. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's hide behind this singular tree. I think we lost them. Just about. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's time for you to open that mouth of yours. Just who are these guys? Why do they want to catch you? What do you even want? Well, don't even try and worm your way out of answering. I will hurt you. With this. That sounds painful. No use hiding any longer, is there? They're trying to capture me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Oh, Fontaine, did you catch the state of play yesterday? With the Eternites romance action RPG that was announced in the coming months for PS5? Or I guess it's not just PS5. I think it's also coming to PS4, PC and stuff, but I looked at that and I saw Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, that one looks good in the RPG. Yeah. See, I saw the Eternites and I was like, this looks rough. And then it was revealed that it was like an indie studio that did it. I was like, okay. That recontextualizes it. That looks a lot better than I could have expected. I was like, this better not be a first-party game looking like this. Fuck. Accidentally dropped my cap. Right. Trying to use my foot, but my foot is not optimum. There we go. Somehow the bottle cap bounced like 18,000 feet on a single roll. I got to do this. But yeah, I thought the state of play was pretty nice. Like, had some interesting drops there. Basically, just announcing a not Dead Space game as well. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Go on, get talking. Let me start from the beginning. I suppose it started about a month ago. My grandfather, who I was living with, passed away. Your grandfather? That's right. He did mention that he intended to leave some of his fortune to me, but the will didn't just say some. He wrote that he intended to leave me everything he had. So, well, a super rich guy leaving his fortune to a young girl. Okay, everything's starting to fall into place. So now every relative you have under the sun is on you like ants trying to get their share. At the very least, I still think my uncle is a very nice man. He said he wants to look after me until I turn 20, so as part of that, you should let him look after all the money you've inherited. Ugh, unbelievable. Maybe. His eyes when he said that kind of scared me, so I ended up turning his offer down. Wait, hide! And now someone's hired those men to come after me. If I don't formally inherit his money, grandfather's will becomes invalid, you see. Most likely that's the reason they want to capture me, so I'm not able to do that. This mission made no sense. Oh yeah? They're no ordinary street thugs either. They clearly have some experience under their belts. Can't believe they're just able to wander the streets of the capital in broad daylight like this. It was like a level 21 mission. And what level are you? Yeah. Just what was the army even doing? One of my relatives has connection in the Royal Army, so that's probably why. My family's pretty influential, actually. Ugh, getting a headache just listening to all of this. Hiring a bunch of suspicious, highly trained underlings to fight over an inheritance. They had to go to Caldros, which is surrounded by many level 30 to 50 indigents. Yeah. You don't get more stereotypically spiteful rich person than that. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology from you. By a bunch of level 13s. Yeah, it is weird. Still, this really isn't looking good. I might have been able to win the last battle, but I'm not confident I could win another. I think the best thing we can do is try and get back to the guild house without getting caught. But I can't see that being easy. Gulp. Phew. Come to think of it, forgot to feed the birds. Feed the birds? I doubt it's meant to be taken literally. It's probably some kind of code they use. Which means... crap! Sorry, this way's a dead end. You've been giving us a hell of a lot of trouble, but your luck just ran out. You're fast, though. I'll give you that. Now grab her! Okay. So I don't know if they have any arts, but... Okay. That. Okay, and you can't. Okay, can you not? There we go.
Seems you came up short.
Seems you came up short. Well, not half bad. I don't think I can find my way out of this. You alright, Miss Scheherazade? Have you guys still not caught her? Ha! Well, you almost stood a chance against us. Almost. I want to be beaten by a bunch of low-life scum like these guys. Alright, I got hope. Nice. You have any ideas for getting us out of this? Me? Oh. It says sewers nearby. we can get to that, we might be able to escape to the west block. It's a huge if, though. Alright, let's go with that. Close your eyes for a second. What are you? 1, 2. Whoa, what are you? Flashbang! 3! What's that? A smoke grenade? Ugh, my eyes! Ha! Gawk. Ready to go? What? What is this smell? Is this mustard gas? Wait up! Really should probably have tried to take the weapons away from the guys before you ran. Or knock them all out. Don't let them get away! Why do you even have that thing? What was the point of knocking that guy out too? It's locked. Get out of the way! Sure, so I took out a wire and jammed it into the keyhole. Come on, hurry! Wait, get back here, damn it! So each Spider-Man has 2 signatures that you can learn through affinity missions. Great. And how many party members are there? You know, I want to go... Well, actually, do I want to... Am I hungry? No, I'm not hungry. I was going to go get some applesauce, but... Still kind of want to. You know, I will. Hope that's secondary speed, basically. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Now with applesauce. There are 18 characters, so that's a lot, plus Avatar. Does the Avatar get any signature arts? There's a debuff that renders the target unable to use ranged auto attacks and battle arts until... Oh damn, that's a really good debuff. It's no use, it's locked. Out of the way, I'll get it open. Shall I use another of those canisters? I've got pepper ones too. Also prevents the use of non-ranged battle arts that utilize the target's ranged weapon. Damn, okay. Pepper? Do you make these things yourself? I've got a few original blends of my own, yes. They were originally just white smoke grenades. For example, there's this one. You can hit someone with your gun, actually move. It contains powered laughing mushrooms. Never tried it though. You think it works? You don't need to find out now. Might get blown back in here. It won't budge. Someone bring an axe. We're gonna have to smash it open. That damn bitch. Whew. Looks like we've bought ourselves some time. What were you thinking? What kind of insane maniac just used a smoke grenade or mustard gas canister or whatever it was? You shouldn't even be making that kind of stuff. I thought you were a high-class lady. truly. But it helped us get to safety, didn't it? Well, yeah. But still, where'd you even learn to make those things? My grandfather loved collecting books. He had his own personal library in the mansion. I learned all kinds of useful things from there. I take it you're not much of a book enthusiast yourself, so you probably wouldn't have read any of the things I have. But there's a famous spy novel I remember reading, and it has a scene in it where the protagonist makes their own smoke grenade. She learned it from a book? I take it back. Miss Rich is written all over her naive face. Look, let me make this very clear for your own good. You might have gotten us out of a dangerous situation earlier, but you got lucky. Don't expect that to happen a second time. The MC learns the skills of the party members, basically the equivalent of social links giving you power. Okay. Don't go getting cocky just because you picked up some mildly useful knowledge from a book that may or may not have even worked. I don't mind seeing you doing anything like that again. Or I don't want you seeing you doing anything like that again. Are we clear? Yes, of course. That's all. Let's get going. Ugh. Being in sewers like these always bring back unpleasant memories. And there's a meta build where you use the Drifter class starting since it gives you 5 slots. Ah, okay. Feels like my instincts are coming right back, though. Why did she suddenly go silent? Did I say something to annoy her? So you just take your knowledge and compress it into one spot. Ah. Let's move. When they come back, they'll get that door open in no time. But be careful, and stay close to me. There are bound to be monsters here. Right. Okay. See, I'm hoping at some point we get one of those, like, PlayStation, state of plays that, it'll be like, oh yeah, we're announcing the, PC release of, Persona 5 Royal on PC. So I would really like that, because I would definitely stream that game if it came out on PC. But I don't want to stream it regularly. Hoping eventually, because I feel like Atlas Sega is starting to realize that they have a pretty big PC market for their games. Right back, okay. Like, because they released Nocturne right on PC, and I believe that sold pretty alright. Oh fuck. Okay. Cool. 2 S's. We take those. Let's take the preemptive. Take it for the XP. There we go, Saran powder. Awesome, let's chest bump. Okay. Let's save, because it's been a bit. Huh? Go, get you. See, I definitely want to build up CP here, because good worst comes to worst, CP will be what I need. There we go, so all the physical attacks are nice, and I would like it if I had any arts, but I don't, so no use complaining. Tier bomb. You take joy in yanking out others' insides? Yes. Especially when those insides are actually, like, good for me. Okay. Tier bomb. So I heard you like chess. You pervert. I don't exactly like a chess calling me pervert. Is this where I came from already? I don't know. I'm guessing we'll need to find some way through this door to get to the west block. There'd be some way to open it nearby. Let's start looking and sit close to me. Oh my, that's kinda romantic, don't you think? In what way is anything in this situation romantic? Hey, how about you guys just jump across this river? Because that's totally a thing that you all have, like, the physical ability necessary to do. The lever won't move. God damn it. Is it not budging? Stay quiet for a minute, I'll handle this. Here's I removed a rock from the device and placed her hand inside. Nice. Wow. You really are amazing. But not for this. This isn't all that different from breaking into a safe, to be honest. Really, though. You shouldn't be impressed by these kinds of things. Or getting used to them. Why? There's some things in life you're just better off not knowing. And some things you're better off not being able to do. The entire town smelled like a rotting open drain, and was reviled even for a slum. The people who ended up there were largely those who couldn't be accommodated in prison, those who had been driven out of the cities, or children who had been abandoned there like yesterday's garbage. I did whatever I had to in order to survive and to live to see another day. Picking pockets at every opportunity was a habit I picked up from a very young age. Anything that caught my eye, I took. But even then, I didn't end up with enough to live on. There are always men there who made their living by taking from people like me. The surest way to make money was stealing from the safes of the rich when they were out of their mansions. The residential area full of wealthy people on the other side of the river, accessible through an underground sewer, was a perfect target for this. Every time I felt hungry, I sneaked inside one of the mansions and made use of the skills I felt like I'd known since the day I was born. The most important thing to remember when doing this was not to take everything in one go. Instead, the key was to take only a small amount each time. Enough to get by, but not enough for the mansion's owner to notice anything was gone. With a simple piece of wire, I had access to enough mirror to live for a couple more weeks. Before I knew it, I was doing it every day, building up a stockpile of money instead of simply taking what I needed in the short term. And boy, I paid the price for it. I had it all taken from me by the men of the slums and ended up being kicked and stomped on until I coughed up blood. Everyone did what they did, or they said they did as much anyway, so that they could keep living on. Always pretending to be desperate as an excuse to live by any means, but always taking the easiest road they could find. The town I lived in was devoid of energy, but full of filthy humans like them, and like me. Again and again, I thought about giving it up. Again and again, I said to myself that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't do it. I hated myself for what I was doing. I hated the fact that I couldn't stop. It was because I didn't want to return to that life that I ended up becoming a bracer. Because if I didn't, I was scared I would end up right back where I was. The troop had saved me from that place, and had made me into a respectable human being. But when I lost them, I was afraid. One thought stood out above all the rest. No matter how much I tried to forget, no matter how much I used I became to my new life. It's a weird sentence. No matter how much I tried to deny it, I was yesterday's garbage from the slums, and nothing I could do would change that. And that's it, really. One day, I'm sure I'll end up returning there. That's why I need to be strong. To stay strong. What job I do doesn't even matter. Anything I can pour my heart into that'll let me live an honest life is fine. Anything that keeps my mind off the past. Anything that lets me keep the ugliness in my heart at bay. If it makes me strong without relying on others, then it's fine. It's fine. I need to be strong. Stronger than anyone. Stronger than anyone! But am I? Am I really doing all right in my new life? Am I really getting stronger? Am I Lucy? Okay. But man, going from like a slum kid to the wife of a prince. That's what we call ascending the social ladder. Miss Sherazard, are you all right? You look very gloomy all of a sudden. It's nothing. I'm fine. As soon as I finish this job, Kurt will give me the last recommendation I need. I can finally become a real bracer. And no one will be able to tell me I'm not strong. I won't let them. I will be strong. Anyway, we're leaving. Man, senior bracer at level like 10, 11, 12 versus Joshua and Estelle at like level 50. Wait a second. Miss Sherazard. As soon as I finish this job. Okay. So is there any equipment? Can get new equipment. Here, no. Tactics. Battle position. Do that, because I want her front and center. Yeah, okay, so now I'm on the other side. Go tier bomb. If you want it that badly, you could have asked. Okay. Guess it's locked. I know it is. Just shut up. You'll break my concentration. Oh, my bad. Sure, took out a wire and it's right into the keyhole. She does that really quick for a wire. Phew, we're finally back on the surface. It's evening, too. That took longer than I thought it would. We should hurry. Of course. Are you alright, though? What? You look kinda pale. Are you feeling tired? Maybe we should rest a little before moving on. I'm fine. I had enough training to handle this level of physical activity, thank you very much. Don't underestimate the stamina of a bracer. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Wait, what the hell? She was never more than a few steps behind me at any given moment. How is she still fine? She never seemed out of breath even when we were being chased by those guys, come to think of it. I feel like there were a few times when she was even ahead of me. Hmm? What is up with this girl? Is this like nothing to her? Are you absolutely sure you don't need to rest? I do have a few snacks on me. Would you like me to share some? It's okay. I'm definitely fine. Right now we need to focus on getting to the guild so we can hide out there. Food breaks can wait. Dude, Ina, friggin' Chad over here. She's like, oh yeah, I can keep up with you. Your physical activity, it's all right. I might have run into a lot of trouble on the way, but the request was to show her around the capital. I've done that. Now all I need to do is get back to the guild, and this request is done. I win. Come on, get a move on. I still feel like it would be a good idea to rest at least a little, though. Are you certain you're alright? How many times do I need to repeat myself before you get the message? To hell with it all! No. Hide. I was up all night working that damn story. All night! Who the hell does Nocticia think she is? The better the scoop, the harder it needs to be caught? Does she think I don't know that? Ah! What do you think he's talking about? Got no more idea than you do. Maybe he's using some kind of code like those men from earlier? He couldn't be one of them, could he? Do you think he could be? Damn it all! Can't be sure. Just like look at his eyes, though. Doesn't look like a man who makes an honest living to me. Aw, poor Neil. I see what you mean. Come this far. There's no way I'm letting us get caught now. We need to proceed carefully and deliberately. Let's see if we can find another route. Huh, if I remember correctly, the house over there is empty. This way, follow me. That reporter obviously has to be a ne'er-do-well. Adios' sake. If I could get a conclusive story easily, I would have done it already. Go put on the stairs, I'll take the top, yes, sir. Bah, just gonna have to call on Raymond again. Wait, he works at the Ville now, doesn't he? Just my luck, that's ages away. I swear this job is bad for my blood pressure. Need some more medicine for me. Glad this empty house just is storage space for whoever. Come on, why are there still so many of them going around? We get to the guild like this? I think we're gonna have to spend the rest of the night here, unfortunately. Won't need to come to that. I think I can find a good opening we can force our way through. It's just a case of finding one. I do not think that's a good idea. We need to be careful and rest while we can. As logical as that sounds, I'm not buying it's a real reason. Get a grip, Shara. Can't let my emotions get the better of me. There's no guarantee we're even safe here, you know. I still think the safest option in the long run is to get to the guild no matter what we have to do to get there. Hey, where do you think you're going? I think the second floor is a better place to rest than the first. We'll find it easier to escape from here than we would from below. This should be a good spot. Wait one damn minute. This is your safety you were talking about here. You could stand to listen to me. Those men will be patrolling carefully for the rest of the night. They aren't going to give you the opening you want. Or at least I don't believe they will. We've made it this far, so I think it would be best for us to rest tonight and resume trying tomorrow, don't you? Trying to do what? Pardon? You're still hiding something, aren't you? For one thing, you're awfully familiar with this city for someone who claims it's her first time here. I seem to know a lot about those men and what they will and won't do too. What exactly are you really after? It's plain as day at this point that you want more than just not to be caught by them. If that was the case, you wouldn't have asked to be shown around the capital. Not that I think that's what you want either. What's your real goal? Well, no answer. Back, hey, Fontana. The work we do is based around trust. We can't accept requests from people who won't tell us what they're up to, or who knows what kinds of crimes we could be abetting. Go on. The whole thing about that inheritance was all a big fat lie, wasn't it? Something about you've been setting off alarms since we started running around together. Strike that. Since you first came to the guild. Why did you lie to me? The story about the inheritance is true. I swear it. I want to go to Gransell Castle. I really am the one to whom my grandfather gave his fortune, but I haven't finished the necessary procedures to truly inherit it yet. Till I complete the required paperwork in Gransell Castle's administrative room, I'm not legally allowed anything. And that's why there are so many of those men in the black around that area. See, that seems like a very large oversight that you need to literally get to the castle. Like, the castle of the kingdom you're in to inherit, to take your inheritance. Like, that seems absolutely ludicrous. Oh, my relatives know exactly what I need to do, you see. So they're trying to make sure I can't do it. Still, if I don't keep trying to move forward, what a mess. Well, okay, for argument's sake, let's assume they believe all of what you just said. Why am I only hearing about it now? That is, you thought I wanted on that money, didn't you? If I did and I knew everything, I could have all the opportunities a greedy girl could dream of to take it when together with you. That's what you thought I'd do, isn't it? I'd play along and then steal it all for myself the second a chance presented itself. Do I look like that much of a scumbag to you? No, you don't. That's not it at all. After I lost grandfather, I lived all on my own. The second his will became public, I had crowds of people descended upon me. But people who, like you said, were interested only in claiming his fortune from themselves. Now I started to live in mine and my grandfather's house, and before I knew it, my once peaceful life was shattered. One day someone would push me down the stairs. Another, I'd taste something funny in my food. These kinds of things began happening on a regular basis. Legally, they were my relatives while I was a minor, so there was very little I could do. I tried reasoning with them at first, but in the end I had no choice but to leave home myself. I wandered the highways alone, going from place to place and trying not to be discovered. But I knew that while I could hopefully avoid being caught that way, I'd eventually just be declared as missing and presumed dead. Besides, after I'd left once, even if I did go back home, I knew I'd promptly be locked up somewhere and reported as still missing regardless. Grandfather's will would be declared as invalid in time, and my relatives would blissfully share their newly bequeathed wealth between them. I hated the thought of that happening. That was why I decided to return here to the capital. Even if it's the last thing I do, I will formally inherit what he wanted me to. That was why I decided to try and get an escort from someone I could trust. It's not that I don't think I can trust you. Not at all. And, I will admit that wanting to explore the capital was a lie. I'm sorry for deceiving you. You're a grade A moron. I'm sorry. Could have said all this from the beginning and saved us a lot of headache. If I'd known what you were trying to do, I would have been able to formally escort you where you want to go. The guild would have been the safe place for you to hide out too. We would have ended up in this dump instead. I suppose you're right. I was just scared. I'll never be able to forget what I saw that day. What I saw in the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear that I will read. The horror I felt when I saw it. Madness. Insanity. Cold, murderous light. Emotions that no one can explain. That no one can put into words. It wasn't visible for long before they managed to push it back below the surface and out of sight. But it was still there. Because now, I believe that's something that all of us possess naturally. Human beings are capable of limitless cruelty. Every one of us. And that realization's left me terrified of us all. It's not that I don't trust bracers. It's just that I've been so scared. I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have wasted your time with any of this. I should never have gotten you caught up in all of this when you were busy enough already. Just forget that, Listen. Huh? It's my policy to give 100% to all work I undertake. Don't underestimate me. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. I've wanted to be strong and to live with my head held high. I still believe I was right to feel that way. And yes, I've lived my hardest until now. Yeah, like, Ina's thing where it's just like, oh yeah, inheritance, because, like, that shit, like, gets ugly. Especially, like, when you get to, like, the stark legalese around it. Like, I've seen things where it's like, it seems petty, where it's like, I leave this person specifically $1 or whatever, and it's like, yeah, that's done legally to make sure that everyone is aware that, like, an individual was included in the will, and that they weren't forgotten, and were meant to be given something. Like, by saying, hey, I recognize you as a person, and here's what you're getting, it's like, okay, now there's legally no excuse for why you should get more. Because it's like, no, this is what I've left. You were not forgotten. You were quite literally left out of the majority, except for $1. I'm like, damn. The fact that they even have to, like, get to that point with, like, a legal system being like, yeah, if you don't include someone, then there could be a case that they've been forgotten. And it's like, well, it seems a bit odd to me. Like, to me, I wouldn't think that way, but fucking lawyers and shit. I still believe I was right to feel that way, and yes, I've lived my hardest out until now. But you've made me notice that there's something wrong with my attitude. I'm not going about it the right way. And it's made me realize that anew, that I want to be able to keep living with pride in my every step. So no more saying sorry, okay? I want to see this job through to the very end. Okay. So where was it in Grancel Castle that we need to go again? The administrative room. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is noon. Noon? Noon today? That barely leaves the same time at all. Why are you only telling me this now? It has to be filed within a month of the deceased passing away. That's the law here in Liberal, apparently. Oh, right. Never was much good at this legal stuff. But Kurt knows it all by heart, though. He did seem like the type who might. Let's get going. We don't have any time to waste. As long as we do as we discussed earlier, we should be able to handle this. We're getting inside the castle, and they're not going to stop us. Miss Scheherazade, I really am glad that you were the one who undertook my request. The more time I spend with you, the more I realize you're really someone dependable, who relies on their own strength to live. You're blowing my merits out of proportion, I think. Also, we can stop with the Miss Scheherazade right now. The way you say it just makes my name sound ridiculously long. Does it? It does. It feels like our conversations take twice as long as they should because of it. Well, if you insist. And now you know all there is to know about what I want to do. So I'd like to formally request again that you escort me to the Grancel Castle. You got it. You'll get there. I promise you that. Thank you. I'm so tired. I guess I'll just scarf down some breakfast in the coffee house. Okay, so let's do save. North block. Solid snag. I knew you'd come eventually. Today's the last chance after all. Yeah. Yeah. You're kidding me, a cat? No, what's that? Might be something else inside. Don't let your guard down. I know. There! Our guard was let down! Too late. Oh no, what do we do? Our guard was let down. Whatever shall we do? Okay, say this whip is a single attack, so I need to be careful with that. Whack. Alright, good. Okay, took one out. Okay, missing is not what I need you to do. Craft, can I do AoE? Yes. There you go. You missed. There we go, 123, exact. Can you stop missing, please? There you go, 127.
Seems you came up short.
10 XP from leveling. Oh well. I got plenty of tier bombs, so that's good. This isn't good. Now's our chance, Aina. Alright. There's more of them? No. Nice of you to finally show yourselves. That's the holdup. Why haven't you made an example out of them yet? Client's waiting. Get a move on. You're really gonna regret messing with us, kids. Hope you don't expect to just be able to walk away after showing yourselves. First, I'm gonna kill you. The other young lady can live a while longer. She's still useful. As long as we can get her to write her own will, it'll save us having to forge one later. You really think this would be that simple? You think saying that is gonna unnerve us? You got another thing coming. I know. You can still run, right? Yes. I'll take all these guys on myself. I'm doing that, you run. What? You can't take on this many opponents on yourself and have any chance of winning? You'll... Not gonna beg for mercy, I take it? Got something you need to do. And so do I. So let's just do them. Don't worry about me. As if I have any intention of dying here. What are you even talking about? Ha! God, damn you! Go, Aina. But I said go! Seem to be having a little trouble over there, Scheherazade. What? Who in the hell are you? Kurt? What are you doing here? Have you forgotten that I'm affiliated with the Grancel branch of the guild? I see nothing odd about my presence here. Well, I know, but... Happy that you seem to have realized exactly what it is that you must do. But I can't say I'm as pleased about how willing you appear to throw your life away without first exploring other options. I'm sorry. I can't entirely follow your decision from the perspective of a bracer. but I would like you to give a little more attention to your surroundings. I'm well aware that you seem staunchly opposed to relying on others, but take a good look at the situation you're currently in, and tell me exactly what it is that you really should be doing. Kurt, can you take care of things here for me? Certainly. Summon lightning! Boom. Fucking bodied.
Now, Aina. Right. They're getting away. That of us should be enough to take care of this guy. Everyone else. What? Sorry for the delay, Kurt.
Not at all. I've largely taken care of them as it is. Gundalf. You sure do work fast. Though I'm more surprised to see that obstinate young lady finally came to her senses. When she was with this ice brand, she was more like a wild boar. Always charging forward without stopping to take a look around there. I've always known she has what it takes to be an excellent bracer. She's merely lost sight of something important and needed to put it back on track. Given the opportunity, she was always perfectly capable of doing so. She'll be able to get much stronger than she is now that she's righted herself. I'm sure of that. Ah, to be young again. Quit acting like we're not even here. Kill them both. They're sure taking their time. How are they even doing? No, there's no need to be so hasty. Capturing her isn't even necessary to the plan as far as I'm concerned, since the noon bell chimes. As true as that may be. Sure, that would invalidate the will and ensure she doesn't get all the money, but it also means you have to share with everyone else. It means our show end up going down. Kinda like to avoid that if we can. Don't you worry, we've got plenty of options. Remember, you're only dealing with a single young girl. What? Cool. Why? Oh dear, what are you doing here, Ida? I keep telling you how dangerous it is to go venturing outside, and alone at that. You blind old man? She isn't here alone. Oh, I can see you. Getting in my way. It's crazy. It's like they don't even care if they kill Ina in the process. Tisk tisk, that wasn't a very good shot. I take it marksmanship isn't exactly your forte. So sorry, sir. Scheherazade? What is it? Let's just force our way through here. We don't have time to mess around. Got it. It's time to come along home, Ina. Everyone's waiting for you, you know. Okay. Craft, soap, and whip. Get. Oh. Okay. Craft, soap, and whip. Okay. So, go. Are you serious? Fuck! God damn it. You shy. It's not the biggest deal, but it's still kind of annoying. Like, it got so many misses that just did not help. There we go. 3 of them out. Okay, you need to stop missing, alright? There we go, heal you. Heal you, make sure we're all good. Don't wanna lose anything now.
Seems you came up short.
There we go. Tear bomb.
Boy, did he rub me the wrong way. Can I give him another crack with my whip? Just leave him. I can't even bring myself to feel anything towards him anymore. Still don't think he was originally a bad person, though. He'll come around when the whole inheritance matter is settled. Really think so? I think you're being naive, to be honest. He was trying to kill you, you know. If he does anything to cause trouble again, I'll hit him myself. With this bag. That sounds painful.
What are you doing? What in Ace's name happened out here? You there, throw down your weapon at once.
I'm from the Bracer Guild.
What? The guild? Sheriff said the Soldier Junior Bracer badge. So you are. Still, what's the Bracer doing here? Majesty may recognize the guild, but that doesn't mean it's alright for you to cause a commotion outside the castle.
I had reason to believe that these people were responsible for numerous criminal acts within the capital. I knocked them out for the sake of peace and order in Grand Cell, and the safety of its people. So could you do me a favor and arrest them? I haven't covered that part yet.
Well, very well. Ordinarily we'd be taking you away with us as well, but I'll let you off this time. You know what to do. Right. Still, while you may have gone away without punishment this time, don't expect to be so lucky next time you try and overreach your authority. Protecting the capital is our job. We'll show no mercy to anyone who causes trouble, Bracer or otherwise, so do your frickin' job.
Oh, is it? Cool. Can I ask you another favor then? There's a bunch of their friends still in the city. You couldn't take care of those, could you? Of course, last I saw Kurt was with them, so you probably won't have to lift a finger there either.
You two follow me! Sir!
I'll never get used to dealing with the army. What? Oh, I was just surprised by how much authority the Bracer badge wields. You were kinda cool. That was the first time I've tried using my badge like that, I'll have you know. But never mind my badge now. We're running out of time. We need to hurry. Right. Phew, we're finally here. Can't believe a girl like you could actually keep up with me running full throttle. Anyway, get that paperwork done. Quickly. I'll be watching from here. Okay. I'll be as quick as I can then.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Aina put her signature on the necessary paperwork. Really happy for you, Aina. Congratulations. Scheherazade, looks like I need a witness to sign this. A witness? You wouldn't be willing, would you? Sure. You're okay with me doing it? Of course I am, silly. In fact, I want to be you. And I'd be happy to. I never thought the day would come when I would be called as a witness for something like this. Or that the day would come when I'd be able to proudly say I was a senior bracer. Or that I would be able to feel overwhelmed with pride over something in the first place. The undersigned Aina Holden shall hereby inherit the property of Saul John Holden as outlined in his last will and testament. Witness, Scheherazade Hartley. Thank you, Scheherazade. It's finally over. That's this request wrapped up, right? Actually, no. There's one more thing I need to do. We're still not done? Could you possibly bring me an application form? I'd like to make a donation to Her Majesty's Welfare Foundation. Nice. Cheers. Gulp, gulp. Gulp, gulp. Ah! Still can't believe you gave all of that money away. Okay, maybe you don't need all of it, but you'll still need some to live, right? I suppose you're right. What I did was a little strange. But I made up my mind to do this from the very beginning as a matter of principle. When I said I didn't do any of this for the money, I meant it. Still, congratulations on becoming a senior bracer. I'm not sure what the difference between a senior and a junior bracer is, but it's clear this is something you really work for. Means I have a lot more authority, but I've got a lot more responsibility to go with it. Also means I get a nice new badge, but I wasn't ever interested in that personally. Oh, really? Yep.
I'm relieved to hear that. I see you're finally beginning to understand the necessary mindset to be a bracer, Scheherazade.
Crap, it's Kurt. This might look like alcohol to you, but it's actually water?
As today is admittedly a cause for celebration, I will turn a blind eye to your drinking tonight. Just don't go drinking so much that interferes with your ability to do your job.
Fine. What is it?
As you're fully aware, Scheherazade, you are now a senior bracer, which means you must behave with more responsibility. That means I expect to see an end to your drinking in every free moment between jobs, day or night, and sneaking out at night for it too. I also expect to no longer discover that you've been taking advantage of the busiest times in my schedule to behave like a drunken lunatic.
Is that really what you usually do, Scheherazade? You sound like a tried and true troublemaker. Don't say anything.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
There's no need for the sir, of course. We're both senior bracers now, which means we're both on equal standing. Why, I'm hardly even a veteran. I'm still very much a rookie.
Are you now? Says who?
Regardless, this isn't what I'm here to discuss. The matter I came for concerns your uncle, Anna. I came to make you aware of the fact that the Bracer Guild is capable of asking for leniency in his punishment. Hiring a Jaeger Corps for personal use carries a very grave punishment, you say.
A Jaeger Corps? Are you referring to those men dressed in black?
Yes. One of many corps that are known to be active here in Liberal. Recently, there have been many such corps making their way into the country, and they've been successful in finding work too. Hiring them is, of course, very illegal, but with the army as slow to act as they currently are, I've taken this chance to take care of them, though, so we shouldn't see any sign of any in the near future.
Take care of them? All of them? Now it makes sense. So it wasn't a coincidence that I showed up when he did. When he did. He's been investigating all of the Jaeger Corps and liberals so that he could start an operation to wipe them all out. No wonder he seems so swamped.
Jaegers in this country have been targeting wealthy individuals in hopes of getting them to sign contracts. There have been countless cases like this all around the country of late, with civilians getting caught up in it at worrying frequency.
Goodness.
I believe the case we're dealing with here was no exception, in that it was the Jaegers who came to your uncle rather than the other way around. It's hard to feel too much sympathy under these circumstances, but in a sense, your uncle was a victim in all of this as well.
What? What are you trying to pull? Just because the Jaegers approached him and not the other way around, he's a victim? That he deserves to get off with a slap on the wrist? And Ina's supposed to be okay with that? He tried to kill her!
Cheryl, please calm down. There's no need to shout.
I'm sorry, but still!
No one is saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his actions. All I'm here is to say that if, and only if, Ina wishes, the guild is able to request leniency in his sentencing. That is all.
Oh. You scared me for a minute.
You need to make your decision immediately. Questioning him will take roughly a week as it is, based on what I've heard. You bear no responsibility to even make a choice at all, so please don't feel as though you have to think long and hard about this. Just please be aware that the possibility to forgive him exists. That is all.
Alright.
Incidentally, should you ever find yourself in need of assistance with anything in the future, the Bracer Guild is always available to aid you. We're certainly not omnipotent or infallible, but we'll at least strive to do what we can to aid those who want our help.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for not telling you the whole story from the start, too.
Please, don't be. With the situation you were in, your reluctance is quite understandable. Furthermore, one who is worthy of being a full-fledged bracer should be able to tell roughly what a client wants just from looking at them. They should also not, under any circumstances, try to chase away a potential client in genuine need.
Ouch. Still got a long way to go then, huh?
Certainly. But don't we all? Alright. I've said what I came to say, so I'll be excusing myself now.
Aw, really? You could stand to join us for one drink.
I'm afraid not. I still have my duties as a guild receptionist remaining, after all. As for you, Shara, be careful you don't have too much water. Chug, 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 chug. Drink that water.
Crud, why's he always gotta be so serious? Oh, actually, how about you, Ina? Can you handle your liquor? If you can, you should join me for a few drinks. Well, alright then. You sure? Really, really sure? Of course. You've done so much for me, so how could I refuse? Join you for a few drinks is the least I can do. Let's get to boozing. Tonight's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see what a prim and proper girl like her looks like when she's drunk out of her mind. This is gonna be awesome. Well, cheers!
Proceeds to not get sloshed.
I'd seen girls like her, just like her on the other side of that river. Silky blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, smooth skin. The blissful children on the other side dressed like royalty and smiling like angels. Seeing them, I asked myself the same question over and over again. Why aren't I on that side? I envied them. I hated them. I both longed to be one of them and rejected their very existence. I knew the answer to my question from the very beginning. I despaired in myself. I always tried to avoid others getting too close, believing that to be what I needed to do in order to survive. But I could never completely get rid of the tiny lingering hope deep within my heart. That eventually, no matter how long it took, the day would finally come when I could smile from the heart. That the day would come when I would finally be able to accept and forgive myself for how I was. The next day, Ina visited the Bracer Guild and registered a desire for her uncle to be shown leniency in his sentencing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to accompany her, having been drunk under the table by her the night before. She, very powerful drinker. Side story, client. Received Heaven's Eye for 1,000 meal. Heaven's Eye, Heaven's Eye, it's a Heaven's Eye. I think I already have one of those, yeah. E-line information. Okay, so that would have been nice to get earlier in the game, but oh well. No, I didn't. Okay, so that was Moon Door 2, so I've done 1, 2, 3, Shines Like the Sun, and May the Boy Who Crouches Through the... Yeah, happiness comes to me from... Okay, so I need to go pick up Estelle for the other. Next door.
Okay.
Okay, she's level 120, so I don't think I need to grind her up while I have her in my party. I think it's fine if I don't. Store. What I should do, though, is go to the equip. Gotta take you guys off. It's like looking at the art of all of them. It looks so nice. Where's that clipboard? Why didn't you have a move where she used the clipboard? And when is Annalise gonna finish that goddamn ice cream? Okay. So it's 8:36. Well, good evening, lovely night, isn't it? It's a shame we can't see the moon from here, but the stars are pretty enough to make up for that. And don't say anything, Joshua. I knew everything from the very beginning. Okay. Got a really neat idea, actually. It's not often you have this many strange people in one place. How about we all go and play hide and seek in that really black glorious? Doesn't that sound exciting? Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think it's about time we got moving. Next up is 7 playing, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go. See, the star doors, while shorter, will be a bit easier. Thing is, where wasn't there a star door I needed to 400 battles? That one, that one I'm probably gonna need to grind out. Fontana, I'm not sure if you're still there, but when it says finish battles, does that include running away from battles as well? Okay. Let's come here. Because if so, I might literally just have to go grind out some of the, some encounters, like in that square of enemies. And you just do that. Okay. Did I already save? Let's just save again. Okay. Eat. Okay, let's go. Bring to me the girl who shines like the sun, and may the boy who cherishes that light be at her side. Only then shall the door open. Let's go in. Bright light. So bright, so white, so bright light. To walk in, I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. So white, it's such a bright light. The first week. This is still learning how to play the song on the harmonica. Well, hello there.
There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. Oh, Weissman. Okay. Oh, is this when they were children? Okay.
Joshua, are you okay? Oh, your temperature's gone up again. Stay still. Where's a towel? Where's a towel? Wait a sec, okay? I'll be right back with some water. Karen, I'm... All I could hear in my head during those days were the same words repeating endlessly like a broken record. Yet somehow, I had no idea who was saying them. All I knew was that... Huh? I can't find him anywhere. He's supposed to be hurt and resting, not out wandering around. Joshua, where the heck are you? Joshua! Oh, there you are! What are you doing out here? You gotta start taking it easy. Why? I'm fine. Are you sure? Is your fever gone? It's just a temporary one as a result of my injuries. My temperature went back down this morning. I'm fine now. Really? Phew. Yay. That's good. You were moaning over and over in your sleep. I was worried about you. Did I say anything? Huh? Forget I asked. So, feeling better? Do you want to play together? Must have been pretty boring to sleep all the time. I know it's boring for me when I'm stuck in bed with a fever. Hate not having anything to do. Oh, but you probably shouldn't be running around with your foot all messed up. Guess tag and kick the can won't work. You want to play by yourself. Just stay away from me. It's probably going to get dangerous here soon. It is? Grateful to you for taking care of me. Pass on to Cassius Bright, too. No gloomy faces allowed. Huh? When you're feeling down, the best thing to do is just do something you enjoy. That'll pick you right up. Wait here, okay? I'll bring you stuff you'll really like. Pinky swear.
She is a bundle of joy.
Still don't seem to be any signs that anyone's coming after me. But it's bound to happen eventually. Got 2 or 3 days at most before they find this place. 2 or 3 days. Joshua, here you go, a present from me. So cheer up, okay?
Pretty highly presented Joshua with a couple of roly-polies.
What's she doing? Aren't they cute? They curl up if you poke them. I'm fine, thanks. What? How come? They're so cute. Because I don't. Also, stop coming over here. Stay away from me. So you want another kind of bug, huh? That wasn't what I was trying to say. Hold on, I know lots of bugs. How about this? It's a dragonfly. I don't want one of those either. Okay, but how about this? You gotta like these. Behold, a Mulligan monitor lizard. What? You're one tough cookie. Look, this isn't about what I like. I don't want any kind of bug or lizard or anything you have to offer me. This one's my favorite too. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Feeling more and more like there's something I'm missing here. Sit down for a minute, Joshua. I've got a serious question to ask. I'm already sitting. What kind of bugs do you like? Big ones? Pretty ones? Ones with lots of legs? Ones with long feelers? Ones with shells? Wings? Webbed feet? I don't want any bugs at all. What? I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops. Need something so surprising, you'll change your mind. Don't move a muscle. I'll find something. I will. She sure likes bugs, doesn't she?
She is fantastic.
He ran away. A real funny face, too. No, I can't let this get me down. Not with how sad Joshua looks now. He's in so much pain. He can't move around or do anything fun either. Means I gotta find him the ultimate bug to cheer him up. Oh, it's back. You get back here. so quiet here. Even after all I've been through. This is the first time I've been in a situation like this. Joshua! Hiya! Look at this one's face! How many times do I have to tell you I don't want any bugs before it gets through? Are you even listening? Look though, I hereby name this the human moth, because the pattern on its wings looks like a human face! What the heck? I knew this would surprise you! Except it didn't. I knew my efforts would pay off big time! Next time I'm gonna bring back something even more awesome! Whee! She's so obnoxious. Just checking my phone. Oh great, she's back. Joshua! Geronimo! What? Just pick him up, drop it, drag him into the water. Just grab him, jump! Yeah. What was that for? What was what for? I'm gonna splash you. Splash, splash. Water feels so nice. I know. Want to go fishing? Playing in the water's fun, but real fishing's even more fun. Let's go catch today's lunch. Come on, Joshua, we're getting out. You'll catch a cold if you stay in those wet clothes too long. She just goes at her own pace. Damn, look at that fish. Yay, caught a big one! This one's for you, Joshua. You don't need to catch anything for me. Now I'm gonna catch one for me. If I don't catch anything, I have to go without lunch. And that would suck. She doesn't listen to a word anyone says to her, does she? Oh, I got a bite! Huh? Oh, it's a dace. And it's tiny. Daddy's getting this one. He probably just spent the day messing around instead of working anyway. Doesn't deserve a cool fish. What? Okay, next one I catch is definitely mine. Hi-ho! She doesn't know anything about Cassius Bright. So he tells his daughter nothing about what he does. That's his profile, I guess. Oh, I got away. Next one's not gonna be so lucky, though. A tug. Okay, maybe not. Huh? No, it's nothing. Was always so bright. The greenery's hurting my eyes. Gotcha! This one's gonna be huge! Come to me, lunchy fishy! What the heck? It's a baby! The second week. Yeah, so he's already, his world is already starting to be illuminated by Estelle's radiance. Her very chipper attitude. Do you think she's okay? She didn't come over to the shop yesterday either. I still think you're worried about nothing. Estelle's okay. She always does whatever she wants, when she wants. She used to come over to play every day. Estelle! It's Elisa! Estelle! Come outside! You don't think she's been abducted, do you? I think I'd buy she got attacked by monsters in the woods and ended up experiencing a slow, drawn-out death more than that. That sounds like the way she'd go. That's so gross! So she gets her going into the woods all the time to play. Oh no, poor Estelle! You do know I'm joking, right? Come on out, Estelle. Lisa's gonna cry if you don't. If you're looking for Estelle, she's out at the moment. I'm still sitting by this tree. You're a boy? Huh? Who are you? Yeah. Joshua! I caught something amazing! anything. Huh? What are you doing here? Estelle, where have you been all this time? I was so worried about you. Who's this boy anyway? Someone you know? We've been trying to talk to him for ages now, but he won't tell us anything. He keeps telling us everything we ask is none of our business. Estelle, are these your friends? Yeah, they are. Seems like they're not lying about that part then. Don't seem to have undergone any kind of training either. Their guard is virtually non-existent. Figure it's about time that they found me. It doesn't look like these two have anything to do with them. He's barely talked ever since we got here. I've never seen him around Roland before. How do you even know him? Oh, 'cause Daddy gave him to me as a present. He's my new little brother. Huh? He is? Wow, I sure wouldn't have guessed that. Neither would I, because it doesn't make sense. That's not how getting a little brother works. But it's true. Right, Joshua? No, it isn't. I'm older. I'm the big brother. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, young man. Listen to what your older sister tells you. As if someone like you could be my older sister. Huh? Why? I'm not here to be friends with you. The reason I'm here at all is that things just worked out that way. That was what Cassius Bright said, wasn't it? Oh, and one more thing. You stop bringing me bugs. I don't know what your obsession with them is. Being too much of a meddler is just going to end up with you getting hurt. Ha! Ow! Take that! And that! Ow! Ow! In this house, I'm the older one! That means you have to listen to what I say! Ow! Just fucking picking him up. Like, how strong is this child? Okay? Okay? Joshua? Go on, answer! No! Excuse me? Fucking spinning him around. Well, that's too sure you get along. So it seems. You two can shut up at any time. Got ya! Dude, fucking... I win. From today until forever, I'm your big sister. No backsies allowed. I swear, why she do this every single night? Wish she'd mind her own business.
Hey, it's Cassie's. Joshua. Determined to sleep outside again, hmm? Not a fan of sleeping in the same room as Estelle, I take it?
She's way too much of a meddler. She's also completely clueless. She's got no idea how much danger she's willingly exposing herself to. Why don't you tell her, Cassius Bright? She has a right to know. Why do you stand by and say nothing?
The room next to Estelle's has been used as a storage room for a while now, but could still be converted into a bedroom if need be. Might actually be perfect for you. Haven't been there in a while, but I think there might even already be a bed in there.
I'm fine as I am. I don't need a room.
I'll give you that Estelle loves to poke her nose in anything and everything that catches her interest. And I can see how, from your perspective, that makes her look like a simple-minded, clueless child. But that's where you're mistaken. It's not her who's clueless. It's you.
Huh?
Estelle knows exactly what she wants out of life and what she has to do to get it. Those things are part of what makes her who she is. Although I can't deny that I was hoping to raise her to be a little more of a, well, ordinary girl than she's grown up to be. Still, compare that to you, Joshua. You don't have a clue what you want anymore. You don't know what you should be doing. Which of you is really in the right here?
Hi.
Just so we're clear, whatever you decide to do, I have no intention of indulging you. I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm not going to tell you to stay either. What you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become. Those are all things for you to decide, and you alone. No one can make that decision for you, and no one knows what kind of decision you will make. Only you.
Just what do I want? Here we go. Several weeks later. Several peaceful weeks passed. Joshua's injuries continued to heal, and it wasn't long before he was able to walk with ease again. Estelle was jumping for joy at this fact, using it as an excuse to drag him out to play with her at every possible opportunity. For him, however, it meant more than deciding what game to play next. He had to decide what course of action he was to take. The time for him to make his choice was drawing near. Purzel Farm? South, Purzel Farm. Purzel? That's the short-haired girl's last name, right? Uh-huh. This is where Theo lives. Guess what, though? Her mom had twins! As if I need to guess anything, you wouldn't show up about when we first heard the news. I've also been to see them over and over as it is. They still look exciting enough to want to keep visiting. Oh, we're not here to visit them today. We're here to help at the farm! Right now it's harvesting time, but Miss Hannah's kind of stuck with the babies, so they need some help. And when Elisa told me about it, I wanted that help to be me. That's nice of you to offer. But why do I have to come too? Because I said so. No complaining. Let's go. This is part of your rehabilitation process. I told you it's rehabilitation. Real hillbilly. Estelle! Oh, Joshua came too? Bet you dragged him along by force, didn't you? Hey! We've come to help.
Well, music to my ears. Thanks much for coming over. You did an awful lot for us while Hannah was pregnant as it was.
Ah, that's nothing. Piece of cake for me.
Haha, you're a force to be reckoned with, Estelle.
Oh, but who is... He's Estelle's new little brother. You know about him? I told you before, his name's Joshua.
Oh, that does ring a bell. One who had a big fight with her at some point.
Miss Purzel! Hello, Mrs. Purzel. Why, hello to you, too. I'm so sorry to make you two help out again. You've been helping out so much as it is. If I could get right back to work, I would, but...
Easy now. You need to rest for a while longer before we can start thinking about that.
Why, I was back to work in no time after Tia was born. I just put her on my back and got right to work again. Really? How am I supposed to know? I was a baby. Sticking twins on my back is probably pushing it, though. Oh? Who's our black-haired friend?
That's Joshua. Tia told us about him a while ago.
Right, Estelle's younger brother. I remember now. Why, isn't he adorable? Have you come to help us too? Sorry if it's not much fun. Wait, is that bandage I see?
Uh-oh, you're right. Didn't even notice till you pointed it out.
My injuries are more or less healed. They don't have any effect on my ability to work.
And more or less healed means they're still healing. We can't ask an injured boy to do all our work for us. You need to sit and rest.
Honey, I have a perfect idea.
Okay, let me explain the harvesting process. Estelle, Elisa, and Tia, you can handle the fields in this area here. Try and start from the fields on the north side. It'll probably be more efficient to split up too.
Franz and I will take care of the vegetables in the greenhouses. And as for Joshua...
You hold the babies.
I'll leave taking care of the babies to you. The boy is Will, and the girl is Cher. Understood.
Well, let's get to work. If you run into any problems or there's something you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask.
Okay. How the fuck do I take care of babies?
Past few weeks, there's been no sign at all that anyone's coming after me.
Why not?
They must have worked out where I am by now.
So am I supposed to take this to mean that they're not interested in me anymore? They just stole my memories and cast me aside? But still, I still feel like I've lost something really important to me. What is it? Just what have I... Joshua? What have I... Joshua! What? Are you listening, Joshua? Estelle? Check this out. A large carrot. Isn't it cool? I harvested this myself! And this eggplant, too! Look, it's so shiny! What? You do know you scraped your knee, right? Huh? One day you'll learn to think before you leap. At least learn to take care of yourself after. Come on, let me take a look at it. Okay.
Babies on the ground.
Joshua took out some disinfectant. Ow! That stings! Just endure it. It'll be over soon. I swear she attracts scratches and scrapes like a magnet. It's a wonder she hasn't caught tetanus or something. Huh? Joshua? You really do love causing people trouble. I never asked you to do anything for me! That just makes you cause people even more trouble. You don't do anything about your injuries, or even notice them. It just makes more work for others. You're a danger to yourself no matter how you look at it. Anyway, Joshua, why do you... Oh, she cut on the back of her hand, too. Tell me where you're gonna put that stuff before doing it! Joshua finished treating Estelle's wounds. There, I'm done. Try and take a bit more care in the future, unless you want a lot more of that stuff being up. Oh no! What can we do? Don't need to do anything. Okay, looking after them is my job. You go back to your own work. But...
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Gurgle.
Wow, they stopped! You sure you're not their mom? I'm gonna dignify that with an answer. Just go back to work. You're never going to finish if you're not doing anything. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks, huh?
Damn, rock out!
Whoa, he's so cool! I didn't know he could do that. Handsome boy playing the harmonica beautifully with the setting sun in the background. There's a picture if I ever saw one. Did you know you could play, Estelle? He's supposed to be my brother and he never told me at all! He's gonna get a huge lecture later! Oh, Estelle, what are you getting so mad for? Well, hello there. There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. I finally understand. I finally know what I lost. Everything that was important to me. My happy memories. All that made me myself. That was the compensation I gave. All that remains now is a doll. A twisted, broken fragment of who I was. Someone who exists only to destroy what others love. I need to leave. If I stay any longer, I'll end up destroying the happiness of everyone around me. I need to keep the things that I care about as far away from me as possible. Not close by. I need them to be far, far out of my reach. I need to do it now, before the darkness within me contaminates this place forever. I need to leave, or my very existence causes her irreparable harm.
So at the point where Joshua does see her as precious and does not want to hurt her. And is doing his classic, I need to leave shtick.
The next day. Can't believe him. Not even a jumbo mantis or double seahorse were enough to get a reaction. He must have really fancy tastes. Okay, today will be the day I impress him. Oh yes! No one can resist the power of the Bug of Legends! Well, hello there, Estelle. What are you doing standing out here? You have to do some bug catching. I sure am. Today's not going to be just any bug catching day. Oh, do tell. Today I'm going to make a special syrup that attracts bugs. And with it, I'll be able to catch a super amazing one. Really? That's interesting. But seriously, sweetie, you're 11 now. And a girl. I think you should be starting to dress a bit more like one at your age. But these are comfier and way easier to move around in. Anyway, bye! Estelle? Just straight up, bitch, get out of here with that. Some things never change. Okay, first, I need to get all the ingredients I need to make my super duper syrup. Elisa should be able to get me some dragon beans, so that's easy. Then there's the fresh milk and fresh eggs. She'll give me some if I ask nicely. Maybe. Is it? Check for new sneakers. Actually, it might be more fun to go check the shop for new sneakers right now. Gotta do that. Gotta check for the sneaks. Renon! Hey, Estelle! Think you're here to look at sneakers. You bet! Are there any new ones in? We sure do! I have nothing new at all. Sorry, kiddo. Our next delivery is due the 16th, if my schedule is any indication. The 16th? That's only a week away! One more week. Just one more week. Estelle? Oh, hi! You came at just the right time. I just found some clothes that I think would look so cute on you. Today will be the day you finally get to realize your potential as a girl with some nice clothes. But I can't wear them now. I'm going bug catching. They'll just get dirty. Wait, I'm going bug catching. I almost forgot because I was thinking about sneakers. Back to getting ingredients. Go and see Elisa first. Time to go see Elisa. Full speed ahead. As if that little bundle of energy didn't already have enough to power an airship. And she's got more than ever. I wonder what's gotten her so fired up. Elisa! Oh, Estelle! I still can't get over how cool Joshua was yesterday. Oh, I hear him play the harmonica again. You're lucky to get that out of him. He won't even talk now. He hasn't said a word since we heard him playing. What? For real? Yeah. Maybe it was my fault for taking his harmonica without permission and trying to play it too. Oh, you silly thing. Listen, Estelle? Joshua doesn't seem to want to talk about it, but it feels to me like he's had some kind of painful experience that's bothering him. So, oh, I know. You do? He's got something serious on his mind. I can tell. Sometimes I look at him and he looks like he's really in pain about something, but I don't think I'd be able to help him with whatever it is, even if I knew. So, that's why I just want to try and cheer him up in my own way for now. Aw, that's really sweet of you. Anyway, give me some dragon beans. What? Like the coffee beans? You're going to use those for... That's a secret. You're so weird, Estelle. Okay, hold on a sec. I'll go get some. Here you go. Here's a hand some dragon beans. Thanks. Now I gotta go to Tio's house. I need to get some fresh milk and eggs from her. What the heck are you planning, Estelle? I'll show you later. You might pass out from surprise, though. You know what? I think I'm okay with not knowing. Anyway, see you later. Oh, now I wish he told me. Now I'm curious again. Tio! Hey, Estelle, what's up? Wait, forget it. I know just from how you're dressed. Today's bug catching is special, though. But first, I need some fresh milk and fresh eggs. What in heaven's name do you need those for? Don't tell me you suddenly developed an interest in cooking or something. Well, explain what she was trying to do. Bug of Legends? Yep, trying to give Joshua the surprise of his life. I'm still not sure I'm following all of this. Let me try again. I guess you're trying to make some kind of aromatic capable of attracting that bug? Probably! Just whatever you do, promise not to get any of it on me, alright? I won't. I don't know if I believe you. Well, here's what you wanted. See both fresh milk and fresh eggs. Oh, and here, one more thing before you go, Estelle. If you really see him as your little brother, you should start gradually opening up to him about the past. Try getting him to do the same with you, too. Maybe try talking to him about your mom. Yeah, I can do that. Doesn't feel like the kind of thing you need to sit and have a big serious discussion about, though. We're always going to be together, so I think you'll get it eventually. Because we're family now. Well, I tried. That's a very you way to look at it, but I mean that in a good way. Thanks, Tio. Okay, I've got everything I need now. All I gotta do is head to Mistwell and catch me the Bug of Legends. You just wait, Joshua. I'm gonna blow your socks off. Dude, just jumping over that river. Can't make that jump in the regular game. Wait a second. She's not gonna go there all by herself, is she? And just what is this Bug of Legends thingy anyway? Maybe I'll stop by for a little bit.
Oh, it isn't young Estelle. What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Mayor.
You think of playing in the clock tower? Present were finally finished last month.
Yeah, I know.
The artisans of the town all put their heads together to try and make it as close to the original as possible. And tried to use as many of the original materials as they could too. What do you think? Looks almost exactly like it did, doesn't it?
I guess. I don't really remember it that well, though.
You know, looking at this clock tower fills me with a magical energy. Makes me feel like everyone in Roland. No. Like everyone I've ever met is supporting this town and wishing it well.
It does?
That's why this spot is really important to me.
Oh. I gotcha. You just wait, Joshua. You're gonna catch me the Bug of Legends.
Pardon? Estelle?
Full speed ahead.
Whatever was that about?
She has a one-track mind, and she sees her course of action through, by god damn it. I will catch this Bug of Legends, and it will be done today. I can smell the scent of my prey. Somewhere around here should be good. I'm going with this one. The screaming pick me. Just louder. La la la, and done. Today's the day Joshua loves bugs. I mean, this bug is legendary. He's in for the shock of his life. Oh no. It's a rhinosopter or whatever. Thank you for everything. Ah! I sound like Estelle. Something happened to her? No, it might not have. It's Estelle. She's probably just tripped. But, no. Whatever may or may not have happened to her, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. It's got nothing to do with me anymore. Damn it! She has nothing to do with me anymore. Why am I doing this? This is mine. You can't have it. Go away. Shoo! Shoo! Don't come any closer. Are you listening to me? Ching. What? Get behind me. Oh, dude, used Evil Eye friggin' at age 7, 8. Yeah. This is about as much as I can do with my current stamina. They ran. Joshua? What is wrong with you? Huh? We're even trying to do this far in a place this dangerous. Should you even stop to think what might happen? You're a child. Don't put yourself in unnecessary danger. Why do you never stop to think before diving headfirst in anything? For once in your life, try and look before you leap. Otherwise... Joshua, you came at just the right time. That's not funny. If I hadn't... Look at this. You fucking massive beetle. Look, I finally caught one. This is it. This is the Bug of Legends. What? It's huge. Isn't it cool? That goddamn beetle. That smile. It all started with that goddamn smile. Joshua. Something bad happened to you in the past, but you don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to force you to. I'll just wait until you feel ready to talk about it with me. Till then, I'll be right here by your side, waiting. The other thing I'll do is give you this bug, so cheer up, okay? You telling me that bug's somehow legendary? Because I don't see what's so impressive about it. What? But it's huge! This is the most awesome bug in the entire world! Nope, not in the slightest. Grr, you just wait. I'll find a bug that'll amaze you, even if I have to search forever and ever. You just wait right here. You amaze me more than any bug ever will. Because I can't believe how much I've changed because of you. You're such a strange girl. It was then that I made a promise to myself. It was for my own good, no one else's. The only condition by which I could permit something as unnatural as me to be allowed to live in this peaceful world. Doing so was the most cowardly thing I could have possibly done, but I hope you can forgive me. I was more concerned about that than about continuing to deceive myself. On the final day, wow, I can't believe how many people came to see us off. Thanks for coming. It means a lot that you came here to be here with us. So, as I think you all know, Joshua and I are going to be away from Liberal for a while. We'll be traveling around the continent doing our bracer work from the various guilds in the countries we visit. We might be away for quite some time too. Right now we intend to travel across basically the whole continent. But one day, we will come back here to roll it. We promise. Yeah, we will. We'll make sure we've grown so much that you won't be able to believe your eyes when we come back to the... I still can't believe you decided all of this on your own without ever consulting your loving papa. Oh, didn't they? They did not! That made me taking time off to come see them a real pain, let me tell you. Sorry about that, Dad. I realize we didn't give you much notice with this. Something we discussed seriously, though. Hopefully you'll be able to believe what we're doing is for the best. As long as you've given serious thought to what you're doing, you have my support. So go out there and do what you want to. I'll always be right here waiting for you. Good to hear. Thanks, Dad. You're both veteran bracers at this point, so I'm sure you don't need much in the way of advice. Instead, I'll keep this simple. From now on, it'll be up to you to decide what you need to learn and what you need to know. Focus on improving your powers of discernment. That's all I'll say. But be sure to take it to heart. Life as a bracer is very different in other countries compared to how it is here, as I'm sure you're about to find out. But the fundamentals are the same. Just do as we taught you here, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thanks. I'm sure all we were taught will come in handy if we ever find ourselves in a bind. Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything you find yourselves up against. We taught you ourselves, after all. Follow your hearts with your heads held high. You'll be just fine. That means a lot to us. We can't thank you enough for all you've taught us over the years. And I'm sure it'll keep coming in handy in the future, too. For real. We really owe you two. Oh, there's no need to thank me. I've just done what I always can as your big sister. Don't drink or eat anything that seems funny while you're away, Estelle. Make sure you brush your teeth before bed, too, and that you don't get so caught up in your work you forget to shower. And...
Easy now, Stella. She's not a child anymore, you know. She knows how to take care of herself.
I hope she can, because if you don't look after yourself, Estelle, I'll be showing up in your dreams! The scary part is I wouldn't put it past you to find a way to do that. Don't worry, that really won't be necessary. I swear.
You take good care of her too, Joshua. And remember, there's always a job available for you at my shop if you want it. So come back safely, you hear?
I will. Please take care of yourselves while we're away. I don't want you to go, Estelle! You won't forget about me, will you? Come on now, stop crying. Of course I won't. When we've settled in at whatever we end up next, we'll write to you right away, okay? Look after Elisa while I'm away, okay, Tio? I will. You make sure not to let Joshua get away while you're out in the country, too, okay? What? Duly noted.
You two really have to go?
Joshua! Oh, look at that. You got the twins crying buckets now, too. It's no surprise this would be hard on them. You've been looking after them since they were babies. Of course they'll miss you. Got tons of great memories with them to keep me company while we're away, thankfully. It's probably gonna be a while before we can see any of you again. But you'll never leave our thoughts. Promise. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. Ping pong. The Bowes-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship at this time. Oh dear. Looks like we're out of time.
Well then, take care of yourselves.
We will. You too, sir.
Joshua. Have you made up your mind then?
I have. I want to be Joshua Bright after all. I know the name distinction might not be a big deal in the eyes of others, but it is for me. It's part of me taking the first and most difficult step on this journey. It's part of making choices only I can make for myself. By the time we come back home, I want to have the strength to proudly declare living the rest of my life alongside you, Stell, and everyone in Roland. Even after taking that first difficult step, it's not like I can guarantee it'll get any easier. Maybe on some days it'll be so hard that I won't give up. Right now, though, I'm more than happy to go out there and find my own path to walk. If I can do that, I finally feel like I'm working towards becoming the person I want to be.
Very well then. That's the kind of attitude I wanted to see. It suits you.
Thanks. That's the best compliment you could have possibly given me. I swear, what is it with the men in our family? Would it kill you two to talk so that the rest of us can understand what you're saying? Whatever. Come on, Joshua. Get on board or you're going to be left behind. I'm coming. We'll see you around. Stell, you come back here next, I'm going to be a bracer just like you. I am. Now that I want to see. You don't think I can do it, do you? I'm serious. By the time you get back, I'll be a bracer. I swear. I think I want to become one too. So, don't worry. We'll be back. We promise. Can't wait to work you two to the ground as co-workers. I'll be counting on you to have my back. So don't let us down, okay? I won't!
Never forget that there's always a home for you here. No matter how long you're away. That will never change.
We won't. Thanks, Dad. We'll see you later.
Side story, departure, finished. Received memory. Received 8,000 years. Okay, so I wonder what memory is. Orb. Memory. Door locations are shown on the mini-map. That's pointless. Like, what? Because as soon as you get them the first time, you can teleport back to them. So it's like, why even bother with that? Okay. So, this is the Forms of Happiness door. Do I have to do anything? Happiness comes in many forms and can be interpreted in many ways. Present to me a form of happiness you have obtained. Only then shut the door open. Oh. Okay. So, this is where I'm going to call this stream, because I've been on live for almost 3 hours and it's almost 9:30. So, I'm thinking that tomorrow's stream will be some more Dark Souls Duolingo, because it's Saturday, so I can go for a bit longer, hopefully. But I will be back. I like having my Monday and Friday streams be this, with like a Wednesday one be kind of the odd one out. So I think that that's how I'm going to work it for at least a little bit, unless I just arbitrarily decide otherwise, because I totally can do that. That's well within my power and right. No one can stop me. I am my own man. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you, Fontano, for dropping by. It was nice talking to you, and I hope that everyone has a nice night and will join me next time. Bye.